I think we're live on the internet. But because my computer is struggling, I need to have performance mode disabled, so I don't know that the scene has actually changed until you do.
It's happened.
Yeah. Hey, it's me, Sammy D, and we're back to play more d12GO. Swords and Stuff add-on. I have assembled the wonderful cast here again. And we're going to carry on the story today. First of all, I'm pretty sure you all know who I am because you're here. Unless you're new here, in which case, hi, I'm Sammy. I play video games and role-playing games and paint miniatures and do all sorts of things on the internet. It's my way of making activities I'd usually do alone into social events so that I don't feel alone while I'm doing them. We're going to go around in a random order as decided by the video chat. We're going to go over to Kevin first. Good morning, Kevin. How are you today?
Good morning or good afternoon for those of you in the American listeners.
Yeah.
Second time caller, second time listener. It's been fantastic fun. I will not have my hoodie today. It's warm out here, but I play Kale Mooney Fox, the moody Mooney Fox, as you will see later on. Looking forward to finding that X. Still gotta find that stupid X. And maybe pick up some actual swords. We got a lot of stuff, but we don't really have any swords. So we'll see how this goes.
Excellent. We're going to go up to Amy now. How are you doing, Amy? Yeah.
I'm here. I'm a little under the weather still, but we're here. We made it. We still did makeup, so, you know. But yes, hi, I am Amy Ward Art on most platforms, and I'm a Twitch streamer, YouTuber, doing all sorts of cool colouring, chill stuff. But today I am playing the adorable Cascade Coral, the Sea Folk Light Mage. She's your fish out of water.
Fantastic. Severin, how are you doing?
Hello, everybody. Good morning. I am doing well. I'm full of bread, and I'm ready to get some swords and stuff.
You're well bred.
I am bred to perfection as a role-playing game player in a lab in an undisclosed location in Siberia. I am playing. I'm also a cast member on the Fate of Eisen podcast. Tune in to our socials. Do you tune into socials? Who knows? And I'm playing character Magnus Balla, who is a Minotaur inventor.
You could make the radio tuning noises yourself before you click the follow button. Just click.
The Hindenburg is up. And if you hit the like button.
Your go-to oldie-timey news.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Hindenburg.
Thinking more World of Worlds, like, but
It was like that and the economy were the two.
Now we go
stories, right?
from the Hindenburg to the Lyndon. I don't have another word to rhyme with that. So, hey, how are you doing today?
Hey, I am good and excited. I'm Lyndon, as you may have gathered from when I was called Lyndon just before. I'm a bit of an improviser, but around Wellington City, but mostly you will find me in the chat for things on the internet, such as role-playing things. Although I do have a thing out because Dungeons and Comedians picked up some fan content that I wrote in their Facebook comments, and so there's a reading of a children's book about Tarrasques on the Dungeons and Comedians feeds on Instagram and Facebook that you can check out.
wonderful.
Yeah, we've had a couple comments that it's very, very quiet. So
Yep.
is there a way you can turn everybody up?
I absolutely can do my best.
Or we just yell the whole session.
Yeah.
That will be bad for your voice, and most of you use them for things. Excuse the Windows blowing noise. It might get very loud. Headphone users be warned. If it makes it. No, it's good. Okay. How is it better now? Let's just all go around and say our names like a group of weird people.
have a
I'll,
fun fact.
I'll start. Sammy. Who's next?
Chaos the fox.
Baby water.
Severin.
Lyndon.
Yay! How was the volume, everyone out there, when you hear it in about 3, 2, 1? Fantastic.
Much
Much
better.
better volume. Excellent.
Hold for
Yeah.
names.
Good.
So, we are going to kick off back into the adventure from where we left off in on Bryce Island. Are you still in Bryce Island? Have you departed the cave?
I thought we had made our way back through
had
because I
gone-
went for a quick dive in the
That's-
pool and then we were back
That's
on the
right,
boat.
Yeah,
you
that's right.
had. So
Yeah.
you are still on Bryce Island after departing the mainland in search of potential treasure and finding little more than a handful of coins and a torn satchel. You stand on the beach. The last resort is not as relaxing as it sounds. It is indeed the boat that you came over here on. Sits on the beach awaiting your return. Do you want to hang out on Bryce Island? And
Quick
Yeah.
question. Did we ever look in the bag? Like, we got the bag, but I genuinely don't remember if we looked in the bag. And I literally just watched this, so, you know,
No,
it
we
says
have.
something.
Well,
We did not.
When you picked it up, there'd be a certain weight to it if there was something in it, right? Unless it's very light, like cotton candy.
yeah, it's the satchel is a little torn open, and the coins that you found on the ground had spilled out of it. So the pouch is currently, the satchel is currently empty. The contents either removed or spilled upon the ground somewhere. Indeed, the coins being some of that, if not all of it.
Yeah.
You don't know the past state of the satchel's content. It may have held many things in its life, but never
We didn't find
the
treasure.
thing
We
that
didn't
really
find the
filled
X. We didn't find the X. We didn't find the
it.
treasure.
Didn't find the X, no.
Kale's wearing it like a beret. It's a bag.
Just
Bag on the head.
Bosco's, yeah.
Bag on the head. Just but branding forward. Always
Yeah,
branding forward.
Always branding
Oh,
forward.
so
Yeah,
brand-
absolutely. Being
Are they-
well indoctrinated into retail presentation.
I mean, we could always go to the shop that's on the bag, because if we're going to head up the mountain anyway to investigate that light, we may need things. I don't know. What's needed to climb a mountain?
Determination.
Can you
Strength.
purchase?
Good pair of
You-
boots.
Clothes.
Clothing. Yes, it is. There are pointy rocks and things you have to step on.
Eh.
And more. Can we climb at night, please? I want to climb at daytime. Is it still daytime? I forget. Yes,
It-
yeah, it should still be daytime.
It is still daytime. It's getting on in the afternoon, but it will be a little while before dark. You've got a little bit of a boat ride to get across, and that will always be safer with the light up.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need from this island? It seems like a lot of things have been taken.
We could have investigated that campsite, but we avoided it deliberately.
Just for Kale's looking at. Are there any two little sticks around there? Just two little sticks like this big.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a jungle.
Make
there.
your own X.
Yeah. Kale's gonna go ahead and just put an X on the beach, grumbly, point at it. There's a freaking X. Please leave so we can get out of the sun. And picks up the sticks and walks like, "There's the see the X is going to the boat. Let's go now. Let's just go now. Let's go." I want to get back. So like, walks right into that little shady nook. He's just over it. He's done with this.
Yeah.
Flips off the sun as he goes inside the little shady spot.
Oh no, betrayal. I thought I've left my dice all the way over that side of the room, and I thought, but my keys are there, and there's a D12 in the chainmail bag that's empty on my key ring.
You get all bags are empty in our
Yeah,
campaign.
it is. It is. This is important. Vamp for a sec. I got to get some dice.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the plan? We're going to the store. Are we going
Yeah.
shopping?
I
Is this a
get.
shopping episode?
Well, you had some gold. We do need to
But, like-
probably maybe figure out the store and ask questions about the mountain, or maybe try to see if there's a map or like any
Or yeah. See what the deal is with the bag.
just because I don't remember. Is Bosco's, is that one of the ones that was in the small town, or is that more of a major city? What's probably asked there?
There was
God,
no,
as he's busy.
there was no Bosco's in is it Lonely?
No, it was just Meredith's
Yeah.
place. I think
Yeah,
it
there
was
was just
Meredith was
yeah.
the.
It's at Lonely Reach.
It was the Meredith Monopoly.
Yeah, you would know that there is a Bosco's over in Westvale. Pretty sure it's Westvale. The map is hidden by all of your lovely faces, so I can't look at the screen for that map.
The West or East Vale, it's there somewhere.
Yes, it's in Westvale.
It's in a veil.
It is.
It's available.
Hey.
Hey.
You
Yeah,
Take the
Mordakian's
hint
just going to
after-
turn as we leave and look
Yeah.
look up at the rise of the island and goes, "What is your secrets?" Before getting on the boat and carrying on.
you all return to the last resort and start your. It's not arduous to begin with, which is, a portent. It's setting
To
it
begin
up.
with,
To begin with, it's easy.
Was
The
I was gonna
sailing's
say
nice.
because of the fact that like I know something has been around with my talk to the
Yeah.
fish and stuff. I would like to swim and just sort of keep an eye out in the water for like anything
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I'm
You
just going to sit around and go, "Well, the initial part of this journey is going really well."
nothing
oh
can stop
Jumbo
us now.
Junior, Jumbo Junior.
And as you sail your way back to the mainland, the sun dipping on the horizon, and I'm gonna steal that green flash shit from Pirates of the Caribbean. Just as the sun's dipping below the horizon, the water goes inky black, and snaking up from that darkness, you see a crimson tentacle darting up towards the last resort.
oh, can I bat it away with my hammer?
Yeah, it's you absolutely can. It's erupting out of the water as we speak. The crimson tentacle bursts through the surface and wraps tightly around your vessel. It must be the same one that destroyed the other boats.
If this is Jimbo, I'm gonna.
Jimbo Junior.
Actually, I don't know
Jimbo.
how I'm gonna feel.
Yeah.
I was this before as the sun's setting though, you would have noticed Kale coming out, and the hood finally comes off, and he's looking much better, and then freaking out over this.
It's just-
Jimbo,
would you say that you sparkle in the moonlight?
absolutely.
You're like reverse vampire or
Ooh.
something?
Would you say you're dancing in the moonlight?
No, but Kale was using little sticks and the bag and trying to make a little umbrella out of it for the sun next time. Just annoyed. But
Would you
Enjoying
say
the-
that the three of you on the boat pass your agility test to stay in the boat as the tentacle attacks it?
You know, I want to say that.
You could certainly
Definitely.
try and pass it if you like. So, as you're not
No.
in the boat cascade, you do not need to test.
Cool.
Excellent. Here's my notes from last week, which just consists entirely of your names.
I was going to ask if I could use my ability of the ocean to start pulling water and just sort of pushing the tentacle away from the boat. But if it's already grass around, it might be too
it's
late.
shot out of the ink and darkness so quickly that you didn't have time to react to try and stop it. And it is of some magnitude. It would take a lot of force to be able to push it.
Okay.
Everybody,
focus.
So how do we get on with these agility rolls? I'm aware that it's nighttime now, so
How many
If that
people am I
helps
pulling
anyone.
from the water?
Narratively, can I wait until be the last person to see if I want to use an ability to help assist someone who might have maybe not done very well in their agility, as it's now nighttime, and you'll know Scale's very quite smooth and calm and
if
ready
you
to dash.
So if you take the action to help someone else, there is a default number that I will have to look up how to calculate. That will be your agility check.
And you may fall in
and
place.
you may
them.
fall in place. Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, I need to remember.
I'm curious what the rule would be as I wait to
Yes.
figure out the decision.
There is a rule.
I
for
saw
when you can't
Lyndon's
take
expression
actions.
before.
Yeah.
I feel like
Maybe I should have tried to help someone.
I feel like I may be helping Mordecai out of the water.
I will.
My one could go either way. We'll see what the DC was. But
When you can't react, heroes can't do everything at once. Sometimes they can't do anything at all. Maybe they're surprised, maybe they're restrained, or maybe they decided inaction is the best choice. You automatically get a result of either your bond, brains, or brawn score, depending on which is most relevant to the situation. So it would just be one of those scores. It would be quite low, but it does give you a
Yes.
score in the case of something being a contested check.
It would be quite low if I were to go that route. So I think we'll try to assist later. So I'll just do my
Yeah.
agility roll.
Yes,
That'd be very, very low. Those are my lowest stats. All three of them are my lowest stats.
Okay, so we're gonna save the best for last and start with Severin.
I got a 5, or Rima.
A
in Tadam
5.
Māori.
Oh, great, good to know.
So what did Petunia get?
Kevin, how did you get on with agility?
So Kale's going to use their Moon Dash ability as it is now nighttime, and they're very, very nimble and smooth. And with this one die rolling all of its luck out in this one roll, I rolled an 18.
Wow.
Total.
Nice.
And
12 plus 3 plus 3.
Stack
Lyndon,
modifiers.
how did you get on?
So if we were taking defaults, I could have got a maximum of 2. I rolled a 2.
Fantastic. So here's how it goes. Currently, 2 of you are wanting to go into the water because of forces beyond your control. Ko, you have done exceptionally well, and the rules say I have to give you a positive repercussion. You can choose to save one of your friends. You're at opposite ends of
You're
the
like
boat.
more.
Yeah, one's probably been rowing and the other's been brooding on the front of the ship. Like,
Yeah, you know,
offer.
just
one of them's been useful. The other one's just been.
I was going to
Emo.
offer my counter offer of sacrificing myself to, it's like as in dashing back and forth for the last throwing them, and then I fall into the water, but they do not. I sacrifice myself into the water
I will accept this.
Ooh,
to get both of them.
Yeah, you
very
see,
utilitarian.
as the boat starts to list, water splashing into it, you two go to start toppling off. Your positions compromised, and as swift as a fox in the night, you feel a hand pull you back onto the boat, and as you're pulled back in, Magnus, the shift of weight needed to move you is so much so that you watch your friend Kale go over the side.
I'm
We now
immediately swimming.
Yeah, we have 2 in the water. The boat is going to have to resist against the awesome unfettered might of this tentacle. Does someone want to roll a d12 for boat?
Did the tentacle ask for consent? I mean, we need to discuss.
Do we want chaos
Did
die or
tentacles
did
ever
someone
ask for
else?
consent?
Chaos.
I rolled, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
As the person that was that was rowing it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah,
I
I
got
agree with that.
5.
You got a 5.
Another
Fantastic.
Rima.
I got, well, the creature, got a total of 13. So, math tells us that's a difference of 8.
Tacoma Toru.
Yes.
No good.
Could your math could be wrong? Maybe you need to double check that.
It could be. You could certainly check that. And with a mighty constriction, the tentacle crushes the last resort.
No.
It's crushed into pieces.
I knew we should have gone with the
Yes.
first resort.
And as the ship starts to sink, taking on water faster than you could ever chance to bail out, you find all of you are now stranded out in the ocean. Well, I mean,
No.
except you, Cascade, you're not stranded. This is basically your
You're
neighborhood.
vibing.
Yeah, you're just like, splish splash, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I would like to make sure, is like, first off, okay, I don't know how much I can do, but as soon as Kale was down, I was trying to make sure Kale was near the surface. I'm pretty sure Kale could swim, so hopefully.
Yeah.
But the moment that boat falls apart, I know Big Beefy Boy does not like swimming. So
Yeah.
trying to keep an eye on Monica, but basically straight heading for Severin to make sure that they're okay, because they're big, they're heavy, they're weighed down with stuff, and I'm like, you're gonna sink, mofo.
Yeah, no, Magnus is just flailing, just wildly.
Yep. So I'm there just trying to boost Magnus up. Now, I'm not strong. However, I would like to point out that water has buoyancy and weight distribution. So in the water, I probably can actually lift Magnus. Or at least help them float and swim.
You can certainly use your magic to assist.
Yeah. Water underneath. Just push you up to the surface.
So what I'm going to need, because as you rush over, you see that tentacle slip back into the murky depths and disappear. All of you are now adrift, floating. You're doing your best to help Magnus out. You do
Are there pieces of ship?
Yeah, there are. There are bits of ship floating around. There's a door with enough room for one person.
2! It's been proven 2 could have got it on there.
There are bits. There are bits and pieces of ship, and I can't remember. Did we decide if it was flotsam? It's flotsam, isn't it? Because it's floating.
I think flotsam stuff's then jetsams the stuff that was jettisoned.
Yeah.
I think so.
So there is some wreckage floating.
I'd rather be holding on to some jetsam then.
Just even the term jet.
Also a jet, yeah.
A jet would be great.
Yeah. I mean, I can arrange that. We can push some water and stuff, but first off, we'll just check, like, nobody's hurt, everyone's okay, everyone's got their stuff, did anyone drop anything? Because it's a long way down, and I'd rather get it now than let it go in the tide.
The boat had a mast, yes?
It did.
My keys!
It did have a
Where are my
mast.
keys?
Can Magnus find where the mast is and then just kind of, like, drape himself over it and look displeased? Situation?
Yeah, we'll let there be some shattered piece of mast with a little bit of rigging around it. It's kind of treacherous, but it should be okay. What I'm going to say is I'm still going to need brawn checks to see how well you make it back to the shore. With the magical aid and floating devices, I will give you all a +3 to your checks, because you do have a very proficient water bender in your group.
Okay.
You said brawn.
Also,
Yeah, brawn.
Cascade, you do not need to make this check, as you are
Thank God, because my brawn is terrible.
a sea creature.
Same.
You have
That's my
sea
lowest
power.
stat.
Can I be cheeky and also add tracking to find the easiest way back to the shore?
That would be pretty cheeky.
I mean, yeah, the
Convince
plus
me.
3 is already.
Yeah.
I mean, I
There-
was gonna say as part of my thing, like directing them on the currents and trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
like as
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, this is how you identify the currents. Here's where the wave was pulling you in.
And-
Avoid there because
Okay,
there's a
you
rip
can
going
use
out.
tracking.
As the person that was paddling there
I
and back,
consent.
you would
Yeah.
know how to
Yeah.
weave through.
If I like ram daggers into this bit of wood so it's got handles I can hold on to, can I use edges?
Just for looking edgy, sure.
First thing, Kale was will remain calm while under the moon, and
Yes.
just swim
Fantastic.
ashore.
All right, everyone,
Right.
make your checks.
Okay. Got a 17.
Nice.
Nice.
It really does not like the water. It's just like getting out of here.
Wait. Yeah, 13.
13.
6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3.
Nice.
Kale got an 11.
An 11. Fantastic. You all, with the help of each other and bits of the last resort, you managed to make it back to shore, a little tired, but relatively unharmed. You...
Thanks off the water.
Oh yeah, no, Magnus does the same thing. Just like a big dog. Just
Mortagian just gets out of the water and turns around and goes, tentacles.
and then you get covered with water from the other two shaking.
Cascade very quietly pulls her tentacles in very, very close and just kind of backs away from Mordecai.
It's a bit of a walk back to Lonely Reach. You can take the opportunity to dry off first and try and start a little fire or something, or you can trudge back.
Magnus would be keen, but
Cascade steps back even further.
in present company.
It's fine. I know you land folks like to be dry. I could just go chill on the edge of the ocean and just sit there.
No, well, it's still middle of the night, so I mean, we can either probably no one's gonna be awake anyways to help us, so we can either rest now in the morning or come up with a plan. While Kale's saying this, Kale's trying to remain calm, but as you've noticed, taking off the ears and the tail and just wringing them out and grumbling to themselves about their pretty tail and their ear and trying to get everything back and sorted and just stupid sun, and just blames the sun for this. Just even though the sun's not even out yet.
Right. So you
We could do a little beach camping, come up with a plan
yeah,
until the sun rises.
a little bit of beach camping in the lee of the Sea Folk's Favour, the wrecked ship. As you
You
lie
have
there,
no issues getting wood. There's a whole boat broken over there, plus the boat that's broken over there, so...
And no treasure.
It's all damp wood, right? It'll be slightly sea-logged.
Kale will make a bigger X out of the wood. But you see, there's one right here. We didn't have to go anywhere.
Yes, but we're looking for a specific one, my friend. Specific X.
Fine. But no, Kale wouldn't know what the nearest general town to the mountains where we would need to go. Is there an actual town like at the base of the mountains, or would anyone in their party know that?
you've all got a bit of an idea of the lay of the land.
Traveling around.
Yeah.
You know that there's a place near the mountains called Mountain Gate. The closest sort of big civilization to the mountain is Westvale. There are other places, but they're all further from the mountain.
Okay.
Because we're currently in Lonely Reach, and then Bosco's was in Westvale. was it?
Westvale.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
that's
of you?
all. I've just pulled up the map. That's all following the coast. So we could just camp on the beach and just walk along. It's to the east. Yeah.
There's Bryce Island.
Yeah.
West
And
Island's
West
over here.
Wales over there.
And
So we're going away from Bryce Island. I am
Yes.
for this idea.
here's the mountain over there, and Mountain Gate is just
Yeah.
down below it.
You would possibly know of West Vale, Chaos, because Chaos from Fox Forest and West Vale's right by Fox Forest, so it would make
Oh yeah,
sense
then definitely
that you-
because that's
Yeah.
where they've been camping for a bit.
Yeah, so you would
Camping,
definitely know the way at least.
We might find your family.
Mm. Doesn't seem too bothered about that one way or another.
Fair.
Is that actually not bothered or just playing it cool?
Mm.
Can't tell. You're cool by the moonlight.
It's just calm and collected and cool.
Just naturally cool.
Kind of wishing I had a cup of tea in the nice moonlight. Curious though for Cascade, was it a friend of yours? Did you know those tentacles?
Can I roll to see if those tentacles look like it could be spawned of Jimbo tentacles?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Was
would.
it JJ? Jimbo. Jr.?
I'm guessing that's braids.
Yes, let's go with that. It is a connection with another creature. Let's see.
I could do bond as well. And then I would like to use my. Is that tentacles? Because I
Sure.
feel like that's appropriate.
That is. I can't deny that.
That was tentacles.
It literally was tentacles. You are
I think
questioning.
it's the most on-point special ability out of everything so far.
Yeah.
No one can deny this. It is the exact specific.
The thing is in the name.
I made that one just as a joke, and I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to use this. I've used that ability so.
It's almost become your go-to spam ability.
Yeah, so that's a 7 total.
A 7
Sorry,
total.
no, 9. Sorry,
9,
I've got
okay.
it's +2.
The coloration was wrong. You've known Jimbo a while, and you've met a few of their partners, and none of them would likely have led to a coloration like that unless there was some really wild recessive genes. You could tell it wasn't mimicking any extra color. It was its natural
Yeah, the
state.
fact it was red was really interesting. Like, Jimbo usually sticks to the blues and greens Kraken squid family. Like,
So he
yeah,
has a type.
He's got
they have a type. Yeah,
They
yeah,
have a type.
yeah. I don't know why, but I may have to go and talk to the council because if we have untracked Krakens running around, this is a problem. Like, and especially like in a shallow bay like this, like the land fishing quotas are tight already. Like, there's only so many land folk that we can harvest per year before we start getting in trouble with the Treaty Acts and stuff like that. So, you know, the
Oh my
Department
God.
of Mainland Fisheries is going to have like a big thing to say about all this.
You're just fishing on the mainland.
Might have to bring in some accounting. Stop.
I love the concept that somewhere in this world there is the Kraken Tracking Department.
Yeah. It's a surprisingly large department because
The KTD? KTD? Yeah. We're all aware of the KTD.
it's quite notable to work there. I mean, it's better than working in whale transportation or, oh my god, squid schooling, like working with the octopus teachers. Ugh, there's just so many legs.
And with conversations of wet wood and so many legs, the evening slips away and you all find yourself drying off by the campfire or wetting off in the edge of the ocean. And you all find rest. You all may suffer the benefits of a long rest.
They suffer the benefits.
Yeah.
Specifically stuff.
It's my suffering, and you can benefit.
So that means that our limits go back to max?
Yes, I believe you return your limits to max, and you just feel great again.
And does that mean Are we? Sorry. I should have checked this before we went live. We talked about it briefly, and I've already forgotten what we discussed about the cleansing magic because I had the thing last time where I had the instant +2 that I could do twice, and then there's like an additional one where I can roll to maybe heal one.
So what we're gonna do with that is you can do an instant no roll heal twice a day for 2 limit. You can also do a longer healing, which is a roll. You will add your +2 to it, and you could recover more, but there's always a chance of recovering less or something going wrong. Indeed. Although very unlikely to go wrong because you have a built-in +2, so you can't actually have a miserable failure on that bond check unless you have negatives applied. So I'm gonna apply negatives. I mean, narrative plot points.
Justified modifiers.
As a narrative plot point, it may be a long rest, but Kale is now back to grumpy. Put up as soon as as the sun is rising, you like watch it, like mirroring the exact movement of the sun as the sun rises, the hood rises. In a moment, a pop peeks over. Hood is up, leaning against a rock, looking very grumpy, and just kicking the sand at a little X that he put more sticks, just kind of kicking the X.
You were really pleasant for a second there, my friend.
I want to exist in a world where I can see, like, you're lying down, and no, you'd have to be standing up, and the sun starts coming up, and you start bringing up the hood, and then you lie down and wait, like take the hood off and wait another few minutes for the sun to come up again, because now you have a lower point of view over the horizon.
And now we're good.
Like walking down the hill with the sun setting, and you're just like holding the hood in position because the sun's not actually moving relative to your point of view. Oh my god. Sorry, my brain wandered there.
Day and night, that's what happens. The hood is magical, it moves.
Yeah. You wander as much as my brain does and find yourself back on the edges of Lonely Reach. The town starting to come alive for the morning. The smell of bread wafts through the streets. The sound of people is still pretty scarce because there's not a lot of people left.
Good, they can all just leave. It's too sunny here. Where are we gone? Where should we go?
Do we need anything in Lonely Reach, or do we just want to start heading to Westvale?
Do we need any supplies?
That's what I was going to ask. The only those who have gold would be Magnus and one for Cascade.
But as we're walking along the coast, I can still fish out some algae. There's plenty of algae. I can keep making seaweed salads.
You see a slight smile from Kale for just a little bit. Kale likes this.
Nah, that would be great. But there is also chicken.
Yeah.
Can Magnus go and try to find some roast chicken?
Yeah, absolutely. You
found gold.
You barge into the inn, the Drunken Dingus, and they're sleepy there. They're scrambling some eggs, so you know there must be chickens.
You got to follow the eggs.
You do follow the eggs. You'll find the chicken. Yeah, the eggs come first. Possibly not. I read an article that said the scientists said the chicken came first, and they used to have live births. Weird. I don't know if I believe it or not. I haven't done any fact checking, so it was just shit that pops up on internet, right?
The internet's always right.
Yes.
The goddess is always right, so therefore that's
so correct. You know, if the internet's always right, you know, follow the channel. Click the I don't know, just click some shit, see what happens.
Just click buttons.
It'll be right, whatever it is.
Yeah, as long as it's not a little X on this window, it's fine. Hey, good morning. You want some breakfast?
Yes. One of your finest chickens, please.
Oh. Do you want the ones that aren't fully grown yet, or you want the dinner menu?
No, yes, like a roasted chicken. I may look like an animal, but I'm not an animal.
Oh, well,
we
I wouldn't
adopt
serve
a
you.
chicken?
chicken that wasn't cooked.
Then we are on the same page, my small friend.
Very good. It's gonna take a while. I don't usually put the chickens on till closer to lunchtime. Do you want some eggs in the meantime?
How long is this while?
It takes a couple hours, so you've got some time to kill. That's a figure of speech.
Yes, I am aware of this figure of speech.
Good.
We don't talk about the incident. 2 hours would be fine.
Very good. Just the one?
Yes.
Looks around at your friends.
Don't know. I don't know what chickens are. Can I go and meet chickens? Are they?
I explained to you what the chicken was before.
I'm still very confused. This is a strange
That is-
concept to me.
That is fair. Do you
Gonna
have a
have
live
to go and
chicken
get
that...
one if you want. It'll need
Yes,
to be
please.
plucked and everything. And
Plucked?
yeah, and he leads you
Oh,
out
they
the
normally
back
have-
to.
They normally have feathers.
Yeah, he leads you out the back and takes you to meet the chickens.
Are they like baby chickens to like full-on grown chickens?
They don't keep them in the same area, so the ones that are for eating are from a different place. So,
Cascade can never ever eat chickens, but also, can I adopt a baby chicken?
you know I'm not going to be held responsible for any harm that comes to this baby chicken through your failure to provide proper care.
Yes.
Be like these fluffy under the ocean. It's fascinating. I really want a baby chicken.
God,
Look, a pet is a lot of...
you're
hit
going
my
to take
dog.
that chicken underneath the ocean? The sheer joy and exuberance touches the cool heart of the innkeeper. You can have a chick here, and you pick one, and you can pick any of your favorite chick of the litter. What's
I
it?
picked
Group
chicken
of-
number 6, which is the
poop?
fluffiest white chicken available. It's like puffy and white and baby and adorable. And Cascade's just sitting there going, I can never eat your brethren.
I can.
And then you hear the thud of an axe. And right, we're ready to get this cooking then. And you I don't know if you turn around to see what happened or if you're just too
No,
intrigued.
I'm turning my
back. Just come on in when you're ready. And the chicken begins being cooked. And you have a couple hours before it's ready. Is there anything else you'd like to do around town?
Kale's thinking we should maybe report to the dockmaster about the boat.
You
Or
can,
just leave
if
it.
you would
You
like.
probably should.
Kale will, before Kale steps out of the bar, they hold up a twig of thyme and just say to themselves, "Ha, I killed time," and then leaves. And just goes out and just kind of just shuffles off towards the grumbling to themselves to the dock ward.
I think also
Dock
before
area.
we go, maybe when the inn guy steps out of the kitchen, he'll suddenly find Mordakian's been lurking in the shadows by the door, as though he's sort of just right there in his face with slightly sharp teeth, going, "Do you know anyone's come into some treasure recently?"
Jesus. No, I don't. What are you doing in the kitchen?
Spending money. I it reminds me of home.
Oh,
It's comfortable. I remember.
goodness.
Did I ever tell you what happened? Oh, no, of course I didn't. Okay, bye.
The barkeep stands there holding a headless chicken, watching you leave. Just astonishment on his face. You're heading down to the docks after killing time.
Yep.
Fantastic. And I'm trying to make sure I remember the name correctly. I believe it's
Bronchus.
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 Yes. It's
Real name Harold.
That's
One of the
right.
names I actually
I'm
wrote
getting
down was
very
Broncos.
confused between Boscos and Broncos. Broncos is there on the docks. He's just hanging out and looking at the other lovely boat that you didn't get. The Proud Gobby. And it's like, oh, avast you. I don't remember what voice I was using last time. So it's this one now. Hey, where's my boat?
He's like odd pause, and then Palephone goes, "Boat sank. We got attacked by some crimson kraken thing. We got some treasure for you," and he hands them 2 pieces of stick and an X. We found an X. Here you go. This is exhausting. What else do you want? And starts leaving. Just tells him the book saying,
I'm keeping your deposit, he yells as you wander back.
"We didn't give you one.
He stands and
Watch out for
contemplates
crimson tentacles."
he contemplates his poor life decisions on forgetting to get a deposit.
They didn't even fill out the forms.
Yeah,
Terrible.
it's terrible. It's terrible. And in fairness, he had painted over the light switches in the boat, so
Yeah.
trying to make
But
him
at least-
terrible.
And then just Kayla just kind of start trudging back, trying to find shadows of buildings and just to get out of the sun, holding up a very much too small little like twigs and a little burlap sack umbrella of the Bosco.
Like out
not really.
of a cocktail or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a small umbrella trying to get a little bit more with over the hood of just not like in the sun, but made a little bag out of the little umbrella of the Bosco bag.
Oh goodness. So the boat has been reported missing. You've even warned him. That was very kind of you. You've got a bit more time. Not the herb. The chronological passage of memory.
I'm
The
just
metaphysical
holding
concept.
Yeah.
the little chicken. And I'm like, I'm nicknaming you Tudor. And then I'll look up at Magnus and be like, so what do I do with it? Like, how do you talk to it?
You can talk to it, but I wouldn't bet on a response unless you speak chicken.
I'll have to learn. What do chickens eat?
Kale walks by. Chickens eat grain and just keeps walking. Just
Cool.
Missy
What's
had
grain?
brains.
It is
Here,
sourced from wheat.
yeah, here, have a little bag of it. You can generally just let them on the ground and they'll find things to eat. They'll eat bugs eventually once they are a bit bigger.
Self-reliant. Aren't you a smart little Tudor? Just kind of put it on the shoulder. Cascade's very happy.
I don't know how the chicken feels.
as we have a few
I
still an hour or two to
Pretty fucking
burn.
good, actually.
I just saved it from a life of decapitation, so it should be very happy. Not that I can ask it, because I don't speak chicken.
It's also not aware of this.
Well, I didn't make your character, and I would have given you Tuner of the Sea, which absolutely would have been able to let you read it. Talk to chickens. I don't know, I messed that up somewhere in the sentence. It's not about me making jokes, it's about...
Did we want to try to find the sailor who lived and asked if they were also attacked by a crimson tentacle, and maybe more questions about this treasure? We have a couple hours, might as well.
Yeah, so,
I think Mordakian's going to keep trying to investigate things, just by like lurking in the deep shadow by the fountain where people go to get water and see what's being talked about, and if there's anything interesting to be picked up.
yeah, there's not a lot of chatter. There is talk about the lot of you actually coming back. When you headed out in the last resort, people thought that was probably it.
They were anticipating, they were not
Yeah.
breathing.
They thought maybe you've left like everyone else has. It could be anything, but you've returned one boat less. And that's the biggest thing that's happened lately. There's the usual chatter about the light on the mountain and the troubles that are facing the world. It's basically just turn on the news today and you're hearing the same shit every day. So don't turn the news on. Like, go watch streamers and support your content creators out in the world.
Is that what they're saying? Around the world?
Yes.
Yeah, go down to the stream.
That's what they're saying.
Support people.
Go out to a local comedy club. See some of the amazing comedians in your area. Check out improv. Maybe get involved. I don't know.
Could I go and check up on Mildred and see how she's doing as well?
Yeah. You drop in.
Kale go with.
Yeah, Magnus will tag along. He's just kind of bored sitting on a stool.
You go into Mildred's shop. The doors are open at this time in the morning. She is trading today. So, welcome in. You're all back. Where's the one that... Oh, shit, you're in the shadows. How can I help you today? I mean, you've never really... Welcome to Mildred's Goods. We're purveyors of the finest quality things we can get our hands on. We're currently having some supply issues. It could be for a number of reasons, but what we have is available.
What is the most likely reason?
That there's no one left to drive wagons and carts between the cities or work the fields, or, there are no ships coming in.
Yeah, we know
It's
why
not
that's
gonna
happening.
get better.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Thanks. Can I help you with anything today?
You're always a ray of sunshine, Mildred.
I feel guilty. Is there, what does Mildred have on the shelves? Like, anything?
She's got a variety of things. A lot of, well, not a lot, but a lot of it is just canned food, preserved food, jars of pickles, because no world I live in can exist without jars of pickles.
Valid.
Yeah.
Very.
Hey, it's sea cucumbers.
Thanks. Why would you do that to me?
Is there something else you can talk to?
I don't know. They look dead.
They do look pretty dead.
Yeah.
And they might respond a bit salty, so maybe not want to talk to them.
Hey.
Oh goodness. Yeah, there's general foods goods. There's a few sort of household items, needles, threads. There's some yarn left. There's a few bits and pieces, pots and pans. Just it's a general store. There's general goods.
Oh my gosh. Can I get a little pot to put tuna in to carry around?
Yes.
Not for cooking, but something to keep tuna in.
Okay.
My first thought was, oh my god.
Yeah, no.
Well, I was thinking a bag, but then a bag closes it up and it's soft, and if it's a pot, it's sturdy and solid, and it's a bit more
You can
protected.
get, a cup or a bowl.
Yeah, my mind immediately went to a little ceramic pot plant pot, just because that'd be so fucking cute. Just a little beep beep.
Yeah. You put in a pot, Magnus is going to get the wrong idea.
Yeah. Look, I'm farming. I'm planting chickens.
With the grain. Oh goodness.
Not quite how it works, but I like the enthusiasm.
Cool. So I now have tuna, the chicken, in a pot.
Yeah. Could have been a can. Canned tuna the chicken.
It'll be one of those hanging pots, so I can also put it over the shoulder to carry it like a bag.
Yeah. Yep.
Similar
Absolutely.
to that, you can just see it. That one there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Kay would like to barter if we can do a trade of one of their arrows for just a little bit of like some thread and a needle.
Yep. There's
They don't have any money.
You've got loose change like coppers and stuff, which are relatively not important enough to track, and you can barter for general goods quite easily.
Yeah, just some length of thread and a needle.
Yeah,
Nothing
absolutely.
fancy.
Absolutely.
So-
You get some pickles.
Yeah. We need pickles. That's kind of essential.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mildred, I feel really bad asking about this, but when we were out on the island, we found a bag from Bosco's General Good. Like, I feel like that's a competitor or something, but do you know anything about them?
Yeah. Bosco is a giant brood man who he used to work in the old mines over at Westvale. He found a small chest of gold, they say, like a bit of treasure, and he set up his own store. He was struggling for a bit. I remember he used to write and ask for advice on running a store and trying to get it to take off. Then one day he started getting magical items and selling them. It got around that he was a purveyor, always had them in stock, and was reliably able to provide these things. No one knows
Maybe
where
that-
he's getting them from, but business started booming for him after that.
Sounds dodgy.
Yeah, but I try not to think of what he's done to get that success.
Maybe that's what was in the bag.
I can't say, but I never made it as far as having merchandise for the store, but that's okay. I'm happy being here as long as I can be.
That's all right. So
Sometimes it's better to shop small anyway, small, independently made,
Absolutely.
rather than
You should
some
always
big
support
corporation.
local.
Exactly.
The amount of lessons we're getting from the session.
Absolutely.
the more you know. Ding.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't because it's different on the Discord. I was going to say I could arc over like that and be the rainbow. Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Was it an hour? Yeah, let's see. Do we still want to try to find that one sailor? Or Kay would like to ask: Have you heard any rumors of big angry crimson tentacles or krakens in the bay?
Oh yes, we got attacked.
oh, that's dreadful. That's you keep ending up in these situations.
I blame the sun.
That's when did you get attacked?
Last night, or last
Just
night.
after sunset.
Oh,
So it might not have been the sun.
I hadn't heard. I'd heard the talk that the boat hadn't come back and that you all had gone out in it. But here you are, and you're back.
It attacked the boat, though. It didn't attack us when they fell in the water, and I was in
might
the
have-
water, and it didn't attack me. It just attacked the boat.
Well,
Might have just hated the boat.
we
Yeah.
don't get a lot of stories back. The people who leave don't come back. They're leaving to try and find a better life. I don't know
Maybe
if they...
they-
Oh, yes?
Maybe let them know not to go via the water on boat. Just at the moment. Just until I've had a word with the Kraken friend down there and got the Department of Cracking Tracking. What did we say?
Kraken Tracking
department involved.
Department.
That one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the KD.
You wanna get
KDE.
A kraken in these waters?
Just a baby one. Just a baby one. If it was like an old one, it would be like you'd see it out of the water. But maybe let your town folk know to, don't really go in the water around there at the moment.
that's good advice. I'll pass it on to anyone who should try and venture out from here. What are your plans for the rest of the day?
Chicken, mainly.
That's
Not that one, like a different one. One to
Oh.
eat.
Oh,
Never.
Do you have any extra feed that we could just take with us for this chicken?
Oh, yes.
I
Chickens do need
Sure,
food.
I've got some. Use this grain up first. It's a little bit older. It hasn't got any mold in it yet.
So fluffy.
Yeah.
As you
Apple's back.
as you spend the next little while waiting for the chicken to cook, and all sit around, perhaps taking turns, patting tuna, and feeding it grain. The time passes, and we have to run an ads break to stop all the pre-roll streams coming through. It's a great opportunity to hydrate and stretch, take your meds, and don't forget to love yourself. I'm going to click the start ads button, and
Don't take other people's.
meds.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't recommend that. No. Take your own
Yes.
meds. I'm going to click
Yes,
the button.
we-
See you soon.
We do not condone this behavior.
Right. I'm
It
just
is
going to
an
take.
important time to remember to take my meds.
Okay, I'll be back.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone, we've got about 3 minutes. Feel free to wander off, hydrate, stretch, take your meds.
Oh, let's look at a bunch of us.
Oh. Ooh.
I hope everyone out there in Internet Land is having a wonderful time and enjoying the game. It's a pleasure to be back here and playing D12GO once again. It is one of my favourite little games. It's so simple and easy to get through. You can get it available for free on both Drivethrurpg and Twitch.io. It's put out by Squadeth Games. I think Amy has shot out the
Okay.
links in the chat. Thank you.
That's for the
Towards the
Drivethrurpg
smart.
version.
Yep.
You can also find the zombie rules that we played 2 weeks ago. You can find the Night Nights, which is the kids scenario where like
Yes.
kids go on dream adventures, which is really, really cute. There's quite a few different modules for it. So if you click on the main either of those and you click Squad of Games on there, it'll take you to the full list of all the modules.
A whole bunch
that
of
are
cool stuff
available.
on there.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah,
And
so
if you
much.
get the original core rules, you'll actually find artwork by me, and you'll find that Samsara is one of the playtesters, and then Samsara also helped write some of the zombie rules for the zombie game as well.
Yeah.
So
Because I
And
wanted a way
art
to
of-
know if you got bit. So I'm into the dice being the purveyor of consent on whether you get to bite or not.
I'm so sad that during our zombie game nobody got turned. I really wanted to become a
You guys
zombie.
were pretty tough, I gotta admit.
And
I
you
was
were rolling like
I was
shite.
rolling like hot garbage, I really was. It was terrible.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Nonsense. I guarantee you, the fan art of our new party member is already being drawn in the flower pot. I mean, you know, someone's out there drawing this already.
I mean, I'm going to at some
Yeah, of
point
course.
for Cascade holding a flower pot with a chicken inside it. I mean,
Updated character art.
yeah, for someone who's from the ocean, like the concept of soft and fluffy is new. So,
Yeah.
like, you see anemones and stuff have like a fluff, but it's still underwater. It's not that fluff of
No,
land
a
and
dry
dry.
fluff with
A dry
something you
fluff.
never
Yeah.
would have felt. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
what's so
it's
fun.
fascinating, and also the sounds that a baby chicken makes is just adorable. So, of course, Cascade is just going to fall instantly in love with a fluff monster that is a baby chicken.
Of course.
Now, I know the break is just about over, but my wonderful mother has just arrived, and I want to go at least give her a hug and say,
Yes.
hey, I love you, and then I'll be right back. So,
Say hi from me too.
Okay, I will. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
If I can lure
Okay.
her in here, then I will, but otherwise, I'll see you very
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to vamp for a couple of minutes while Sammy plays good. Shout.
I still like the we can pick up the chicken and head out to Westvale along the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or do we see anyone else in town we want to talk with? We don't really meet too many people, so we literally only have met Meredith, the dock master, the barkeep, and then they said that one sailor who was also shipwrecked.
Mm.
Beyond that, we haven't really met with anyone. There's not much else I think we might need. I mean, we know that there's light up on the mountain, but
But the mountain
everyone
is
knows that.
like right across multiple towns. So if we go to West Vale, then the Fox Forest, like we could continue up to the mountain from there
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, because it goes. Yeah, I also looked at the map. It goes right up to Westvale, Lost Mines. You can go right through the forest, which
Exactly.
that's where Kale was driven out of by something narratively when we get in there. Read the book. get the swords and stuff book, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. There's some things may or may not be in the forest that may have not done something. Then
Dude,
right,
you
just
said
up north from there is the mountain.
And we can
Mountain's
actually
Gate.
follow the water most of the way. So Cascade doesn't have to worry about landlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go all the way up through to
Wow.
Westvale, right on the beach.
I'm pretty sure we've made the joke that Mountain Gate sounds like a scandal involving a mountain, right?
Yeah.
Because that's always my thought when they say mountain.
Mm.
Like Mountain Gate, Watergate.
I preferred my. Where's the entrance of the mountains? At the Mountain Gate. I guess that makes perfect sense. Oh,
the
that would make
imagination of
sense.
people naming things.
There's some great names on here though, like Sunny Glen Forest
Yep.
versus
Yeah, I like
the
that
Fox
one.
Forest. Yeah, Estvale for Westvale, Estvale,
Oh,
and then
Dougal's
Dougal's Cave. Yeah, Midvale, Lake Gattock, and then the Drakberg Mountains. Just sounds very ominous.
I've
Yeah,
heard Midvale's alright.
it's just mid.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind it, but of the Vale.
We're rating all the Vales on a pass-fail system.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome to my
I'm
Vale
back.
tier list.
I have coffee.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, and I have hot chocolate.
Goddess.
uh,
Ooh.
I love my mum.
Ooh.
your mum is so cool.
Yeah.
The two moods.
Looking through the map, actually, Cascade. If we're able to, if it goes through it, there might a river or small stream might also flow through Fox Forest up to the lake, which goes all the way up to the Mountain Gate. So we might actually be able to be near water almost the entire time.
I mean,
think
there's
that's what we're gonna
nothing.
do.
Nothing officially in the rules, but I have kind of created the fact now that landlocked is an issue, so Cascade does need to sort of keep near water if possible.
Just look at the map, or where the directions we're going. It's probably the better. Like if we went to like up to Midvale, or so, there's a lot less of,
Yeah. If
So-
we go to Dougal's Cave, there's not a lot of water around there. It's actually a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's when we
Not out of
go
the forest, but-
into these things it could be an issue, but we'll get to that if we get to that. I don't know if that's where the adventure takes
Yeah,
us. All I know is the adventure takes us to Westvale. By the sound of it.
How long does it take to get landlocked, or is that just something that no one's brave enough to do the science on?
I don't know. I mean, I did say that we kind of have to hydrate each night, so I feel like I've got to make some form of making sure I keep myself hydrated. I
Well,
would
that's each
probably, like, we could talk about it after stream, but maybe we could implement like almost like an exhaustion scale, but
Yeah.
like it grows each day. I don't get to hydrate or something.
Yeah, we could look at something like that.
Yeah,
I don't want
it
it to
could
be
be
too
fun.
punishing. There are absolutely amphibians, and yeah, but having to be moisturized is important. So that's good to know.
Hydration.
Hydrate.
Yeah. Hydrate or die straight.
Oh
Ew.
no.
Just mixing it up here.
A horrible fate that could befall us all.
Yeah, it's not so horrible if you are, but I'll hydrate. I'll hydrate the heck out of me.
So on the road to Westvale.
Yeah, you're on the road
After we
again.
get chicken.
I
Okay, go
can't
pick up
wait.
our chicken legs.
Yeah, you recover the freshly roasted chicken.
Do I do I have to pay for the chicken? Or, or are they just too intimidated to ask for gold?
It's not gold that's used. It's coppers, and it's minor currency. I really hate role playing like housekeeping and shit. Like after this,
Right.
I gotta stop being a wonderful person on the internet and go to the fucking supermarket and deal with all that noise. It's miserable and windy out there. I'm not gonna get away with being dressed so fabulously, and I don't want to role play that. That shit sucks.
Swap places.
That's
Your dress is perfect for today. And I'll just swap it. Just put on a raincoat.
Yeah, exactly. Just a clear
I
raincoat.
love the fact that you don't want to roleplay go to the supermarket. The very first D12GO game I played with you was based in a supermarket. We literally roleplayed supermarket shopping.
Yeah, but that's the kind of shit I'd rather do in the supermarket. Go and check out the D12GO podcast, and you can hear the first game of D12GO I ran with the wonderful Amy and
Ruby.
It's me. No, it's Ruby. Okay.
No, this is Ruby.
This
okay.
is Ruby. Okay. Friend of the channel, absolutely great streamer, and a wonderful being. If you see a heart next to their name in the chat now, click on that and follow them because they just play whatever they want. They're playing Assassin's Creed at the moment, and infectious laugh, wonderful person. Go check them out.
Okay.
So you have plotted a course along the ocean, I imagine, along the seashore,
Along the coast. Yeah.
along
All
the
those
coast.
big
That's
flying
where you're
drone
looking for.
shots is weird.
Yeah. So you're
Running
going
down the beach.
coast to coast. You set out. It's coming up on midday by the time you actually head out on the road, and you find it's easy going. The day's quite nice. There's clouds in the sky, but it's still obnoxiously sunny. God, why won't it ever end? When will
Little umbrella. Little umbrella.
bring on
Actually,
heat death of the
Can I-
sun?
Can I get my hammer and try to do a shadow above my fox friend as we're walking?
Do you walk a little further up in front and hold the hammer up marching so that it's a bigger shadow by the time it gets back?
100% Kale would be right up there, trying to just kind of stand in the shadow. Just march along behind him. A little bit more pep in their step, but they can stay in the shadow.
Whilst there is no minstrel music playing in the background as you march along, I will imagine it in my head. Because marching at the front of the band, holding your hammer aloft, sounds great. You head along the beach and along adjacent to the beach, there is a trail, like a wagon trail along there. And
Almost like a coastal highway.
yeah, there absolutely is.
Almost.
Yeah, and you see down on the beach a woman wearing a heavy raincoat, a hat, and boots. Just standing
In
down
the
there.
sun?
Yeah, in the sun, on the beach, looking out to sea.
Clothes. Like that. Like I'm not good with clothes, but like that's a lot of clothes for this bright sun, right?
That's a little bit overdressed, but I
It's-
also tend to not wear a lot of clothes anyway.
Even no, let's no.
I imagine you
Whatever
just
this is,
popped
no.
your pectorals at that moment.
Like a Terry Crews style.
Yeah, like a Terry Crews, yeah. Just reminding everyone, you don't wear a lot of clothes.
Kale peeks
Absolutely.
over and just kind of people. Just kind of pokes back behind the Minotaur. Just
Mood.
Hello, are you okay down there on the beach?
Oh yes, I'm fine. I'm waiting for my friend.
Okay, I hope they arrive soon. And then we just keep walking.
You wander on and keep walking. You head on. It's an easy day wandering along. It's fine. You miss out. I know what.
mean, it will.
I know what happens.
It will bother me though.
Yeah. I
I'll tell
mean,
you
no
after.
reason.
We can stop. I mean,
Yeah.
This is a-
Cascade is
It's
the
a
gonna
time
roll
to
something
game
here.
thing.
Just
gonna-
as
I'm
she
gonna-
turns back and like everyone's moving
gonna roll
on,
something
there's
here 'cause I'm
someone
gonna have to-
directly behind her going, "Have you been waiting long?"
Who's your friend? Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
Kale turns back and just has to, and just also turns back. I was rolling my, if I rolled a little bit limber, just turn around, it doesn't matter. Turn around, and goes, "Why are you wearing so many clothes?
Okay, we're
Does it protect you
stopping.
from the sun?" Like genuine interest.
No, it gets a little bit warm in here, but so I don't get wet.
Oh, is your friend a sea friend?
Yeah, actually. And at that moment, you
Double
hear
subtract.
the wettest roar you've ever heard, and you look over towards the ocean, and emerging out of the waves is a aqua bear, a large aqua bear, charging towards her. And this bear, as you watch, somewhat dumbstruck or somewhat elated to see one of the sea friend shapes coming out. This aqua bear, which I keep thinking of as one of those tardigrade. Is it tardigrade? The little water bears?
Water bears.
Yeah.
Big.
Every time I think about it, I can't think of
Yeah.
it any other way. So a
Giant tardigrade would be
six-legged giant
amazing.
tardigrade just hoofs it out of the water, and
Same kind of face.
yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a
Curse.
pretty boy. It
They're like
leaps at
pink
her.
dogs of the sea. They're
Yeah.
great.
So majestic. It leaps on her, and they both go tumbling and rolling over, and laughing. Yeah, this is my friend.
I am like, oh my gosh, can I also give it a hug?
Oh, sure. I mean, he's pretty friendly.
Just immediately glump into a hug.
I just call
Kale,
him
before
Splashy,
that-
but I don't know.
It's holding the chicken.
the
That's
real
good.
name.
Kale's holding.
A lot of things attack us. It is good it is friendly.
Flashy is adorable.
Yeah,
I would like to double check with Splashy and Acrian and just be like, you okay? Are you like happy? You're all good?
Vibe check.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's nice. She brings me things to snack on.
Oh, we love land folk who like the sea folk. Just
Yeah.
give them little scritches.
It's a nice change, you know?
Yeah.
Usually they'll running away and
Ah.
stuff. And this,
I know.
just friendly.
Good. Glad to hear it. I'll let her know that you're okay. She calls you Splashy in the land folk language. Would
That's-
you prefer a different name?
No, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, I think it's adorable. I don't think the land folk can really speak our language anyway,
Yeah,
so I don't
they
think she'll be able to
really
actually say.
just insensitive to the needs of our people. It's
I know, and like they don't even speak chicken, and they're so fond of chickens. See that fluffy thing and the weird round thing over there? Adorable. They don't speak their language, but they love
What?
them.
fluffy. It's like
Yeah,
her
it's
hair.
like a sea. Yeah, like a hair. That's
Yeah.
like a sea anemone, but dry. They're really strange.
Yeah, it's these land folk. Weird. They're either
Very
all
weird.
running and screaming or fluffy.
We should just call everyone
Yeah.
Fluffy. They call us
That's-
Splashy.
yeah.
We'll call them Fluffy.
That's what I have been calling her. She doesn't
I'll let her know.
understand, obviously.
Yeah, I'll let her know. But glad to know. And then I'll just turn back and goes, yeah, Splashy likes you. You're good.
The entire time, Kale's been talking to the chick, that little baby chick, and pointing at the sun and telling her how bad the sun is, and just that is a bad thing. Just like
Gave it
petting it,
the
like,
stuck the little the
Yes.
cocktail umbrella in there.
yep. So it has now its own little
Yeah.
little umbrella over
Yeah.
it in the shade.
Have you styled its front feathers down into a little emo swoop?
There's just a little bit of a hint of one just starting. I pulled a little bit of purple fluff from the ear and kind of just put it into just a little bit into there.
Oh goodness.
Then hands it back to Cascade when the Cascade comes over. Here, it is super. It's super cute. Just trudges away.
And Tuna says, "Peep."
Why are you depressing my chicken?
I'm just telling it the truth.
Alright. Yeah. I'm happy. Let's,
Yeah.
yeah. Before we leave, I'll let her know
Okay.
that I'll be like, so just so you know, once Splashy goes back to the water, Splashy really likes you, really likes your hair. Also, you're called Fluffy in our language because your hair is lovely.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that's all right.
Yeah.
No, thanks for letting me know.
Oh, good. So maybe you don't need to wear the hat. Maybe
Well-
we could take.
If my hair gets wet, it won't be very fluffy, and Splashy's kind of wet.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. But
Oh, that explains the outfit.
yeah, I mean, it's freaking hot out here. Why would I?
That's what we were thinking. You seemed in danger of overheating.
Oh no, I stay well hydrated.
It's like they say, stay hydrated or die straighted. Okay, let's keep going.
She looks at you confused as you walk off.
Kale's
didn't
back
have
in
that
line,
effect
and
on me.
Kale's back in the shadow of Petunia. Just,
I love this visual for me.
I remembered my hammer name.
I feel like I need to draw a picture of like Magnus up in front leading proud and then like Chaos sulking behind and then Mordecai just there like creeping with the knives ready to go in the shadows and then just Cascade following behind skipping holding a chicken in a pot.
Fantastic.
with a little Bosco bacon brother.
It looks a bit like the cover of Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You
Yeah.
keep travelling. The day's going alright, and you see another figure standing in the middle of the road ahead of you. You're not far from the river crossing to get through to Westvale, but this figure stands resolute in the middle of the road.
Friend or foe?
I must challenge you!
Oh, that sounds like a foe thing to say.
No, just I must challenge you.
Okay.
Why?
To what?
Why?
I don't know. I was just told that if I wish to ever become anything more than an annoying knight, I must challenge passers-by.
Kale's
Okay.
head pops over. What kind of challenge? Baking? Skipping rope? Like throwing rocks? What are you doing?
I have
Got a
neither
challenge.
oven nor rope for skipping.
No baking it is.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen.
Just raw grass then.
You puny little knight. I will pick you up and toss you if you do not get out of my way.
Challenge
How's
him.
that?
So we're going to have a
Challenge him.
tossing competition.
Challenge him. Go Magnus. Like Kale's actually like cheering. Like, go Magnus.
Name the terms of the challenge.
Are there any rocks around the path? Anything that we could use?
absolutely. There
Oh.
are. There's a table located in the back of the original one to generate how many rocks are. There's not a table, but there is a
The rock table.
There is a D12. There are 7 appropriate sized rocks around by,
Oh.
of various sizes and magnitudes.
Can I get 2 that are more or less the same size?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna hand one to him. I'm like, whoever throws the rock the furthest wins, I guess.
Yes, let's find out who's the biggest tosser.
A noble pursuit. Let's have at it then. And
Okay.
as I skip to the
If I
best
win, you move. If you win, you feel a
Win.
sense of
We
accomplishment.
move.
We move.
Very well, sir.
Good terms.
Grab your rock. And have at thee. And
Kale's cheering. Kale's cheering on the other side already of the bridge. Kale's cheering.
I would like to very subtly start weaving some water and just have it like as a gentle sheen over Magnus, nowhere near their hands or anything, just to keep them cool and refreshed so that they
just-
can keep all their energy
and
focused into throwing this
glistening
rock.
in
You
the
don't
sun.
want to make it slippery though.
No,
Right.
not your hands or anything that you're throwing, like your forehead to
okay.
keep you cool, but
yeah.
not
I
like
getcha.
your eyes or anything like that. Like
You're like a
above
boxing
the
coach.
goggles. Yeah. Like
You've got, like,
back
the
of the
towel.
back of the neck, you know, those sort of areas.
Oh, thank
Oh
you.
goodness,
I'm hoping to give you a +2 because I'm helping.
we can allow that.
Yeah.
Can only, Kale can cheer, and that's kind of sulkily going. Do it.
Can I also add my speciality, weird idea? Because this was a
Yeah,
weird idea
that is
he
a
came
pretty
up
weird
with.
idea. It was not specific on the challenge, so I thought, let's see what it is. And a weird idea is a tossing contest in the middle of the road. Your words, not mine.
Yo, you tossers!
Uh,
I have to ask, is Mordecai going to be the official measurer, or is that too close to accounting?
If it's a
Just make
continuous
that up.
quantity, it's probably accepted.
Yes, it's counting, not accounting, so I think we're okay.
Measuring.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a
Gotta roll.
+2 +1.
Yep.
Oh, maths. It's still early. So that's 7, 9, 10.
10.
And that's with the +2 with me helping as well.
Correcto.
Right.
That is a 4 +6.
Very well. I have a number that totals up to 6 because I didn't have friends along to help, making the difference of 4. You do succeed. You
Yep.
both mighty tosses. The rocks soar through the air. The ground is sore after they hit it, but no one notices. No one ever asks. How are you
Nobody
doing?
asks the ground.
Yeah.
And we saw it.
What's up? Not you. The stones hit, and yours is ahead by about a foot, maybe 2. You are very strong, sir, but you can see that for someone my stature, I came very close.
You did a good job, but also
Kale's cheering
I'm
on
just
the
better
other
than
night
you are.
now. Yeah, Kale's cheering on the other night.
what? How dare you turn on me like this, Fox?
You were both good competitors!
I think
is
your
true.
friend just prefers the night.
Well, maybe my friend should challenge the knight then. Maybe to a sulk contest. To see who can sulk the best.
Kale walks right up
No,
to the knight,
you're
holds
just
up another
being mean.
piece of time. Holds
You
up another
have
piece of
won
time.
the challenge. On your way.
Okay.
Same thing. Kale to the knight.
Yeah.
I killed time. Mic drop. Turns and just sulks away.
That's really cool. And he holds his hand up for a fist bump as you walk past.
Sulkily fist bump.
Yeah. You, but by the way, that's what an equibear really looks like, but not in my mind.
No.
My giant tardigrades.
No. In
I
our
like both Lynn and I were like, it's the big tardigrade.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
And that was the bridge going into Westvale,
That's
correct?
coming up to the bridge, heading into
Okay.
Westvale. Now I need to flip back to my correct page because that's what we do here.
Oh, sorry.
As you cross the bridge and head down the final stretch, it's been a long day's travel. There's no scale reference on the map, so I don't want to make it overnight, but you do arrive coming into dusk, and you see that there is a group of travelling merchants who are heading east, back the way you've just come.
Oh, fantastic. Are you heading to Lonely Beach? Because I know they definitely need some stock.
Yes, we'll be heading to Lonely Reach and then on to Midvale and S-Vale.
Tell Mildred we say hi.
Very well. That'll be 3 silver, please.
Absolutely not.
Then I shall not tell Mildred you said hi.
We're doing you a favour. We're getting you an in for better trade because we know Mildred.
I know
I also
Mildred,
thought it'd just
and
be a-
you want me to deliver a message.
I thought it'd just be a nice thing to do, I'll be honest.
It would
I-
be, and it's
It
a
would.
very nice thing for just 3 silver
Yes.
pieces.
No.
Well, I would be a terrible merchant if I didn't try.
How about I challenge you to a game of stone throw? A game I just invented.
No, thank you. I can see there's an obvious difference in capabilities here. I favor more business acumen and the mental pursuits of accounting and
Accounting?
and you
This little
certainly
clatter of
seem
steel
to
is more-
favor listening in the sun. I
you,
don't think
you
I
have
would-
named 2 things that... You have named 2 things that we dislike as a group. Accounting and the sun.
Pops out, yeah! Just pops back behind Magnus. Stupid son! Stupid you.
I do not like you, little number man. But we will keep going.
Yes, well, just be careful out there. It is dangerous on the road, although you look like you could certainly throw rocks at things if you needed to.
How about you? What have you got for protection?
I have a song in my heart and a crossbow.
Also in your heart, that sounds hazardous.
Yes, I pull open my chest and shoot crossbow bolts out of my heart. It's one
That
of my special
Sounds
features.
amazing.
I'm being so sarcastic right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Was about to write reverse Cupid down on his list.
Oh god.
I mean, that's just cruel because there's literally like under the ocean these specialized types of crabs that like can open up their shell and like shoot stuff from underneath and stuff. So like, I was really excited to see that with the land folk.
Yes, we're much
Sad now.
different from crabs in that matter. When we open up like that, one of 2 things is going to happen. Either it's literally and we usually die, or it's metaphorically and we usually cry. So neither of those will be happening today, as I have a long journey ahead of me and I would like to stay with a song in my heart and a crossbow by my side.
Be honest. How often do you open up emotionally, though?
I am dead inside.
That is exactly what I thought.
Yes.
Is that? I just look at Mordecai. Is that what accounting is? You die inside. I can see why you left. This guy's like, yeah.
I'll say,
Yeah.
When we pass by them, please let me know. Pass by the mentoring group.
When you pass by them,
Kale's kind of annoyed at this, kind of even more grumpy than him they are at this point. Kale with nimble figures and some agility wants to see if they can just kind of pull something from their pocket as they walk by.
yeah, sure. Give me a agility. Agility, is that the best one that we're going for here? I think so.
I can either be precise with my precision
yes.
or nimbly with my really kind of agile quick grab and fingers.
Which would you like?
I think agility makes more sense. I think I would say be more agile, but swift in movement, swift in hand, and then with the nimble fingers, just trying to
absolutely.
grab something.
Just see how that works out for you.
Quite well. Got a 12.
Very good. Very good. That's pretty good. You.
Oh my god, do you take his crossbow?
Oh no!
From
Unless they roll like a 1, I'm
Yeah.
not going for a massive crossbow.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You. Hang on, it's this table here. You reach out to try and grab something, and almost uncannily, the pack shifts weight as you reach for some of the merchandise that's attached to the outside. It's the carts are all covered up tight, and you thought, I'll grab some of those, quick sale. It's his backpack is essentially the front counter at the gas station with all the common goods hanging on it, and almost unerringly, as you go to grab something, he tightens the straps and the pack lurches up, and you fail to get anything.
It keeps moving, still grumbling to themselves about the sun.
You make your way the last bit of distance into Westvale and arrive in the town. The town is much larger than Lonely Reach. There are hundreds of houses and wooden buildings, all arranged in neat rows. You notice that Westvale Port is huge, at least 24 large docks, but not a single boat to be seen. There are a few people bustling about town, going about their business and paying no heed as you gather your bearings. Although there are plenty of people around, you can tell the population has drastically dwindled since the Blight, and that a lot of the houses are abandoned and in disrepair from monster attacks. As you venture into the town, you can hear a chorus of angry voices, loud banging sounds, coming from nearby somewhere.
I go towards the banging sound.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
I stay towards the back, maybe hiding in the shadows.
It could be a game of stone throw going on. The game that's sweeping the nation.
I'm gonna need to get a soundboard with the sound of bowling pins being toppled over.
The Wii bowling.
Yeah.
Strike.
I mean, we have a drumming bass, a sand horn, crickets, air horns, quack, and golf claps so far.
Well, maybe if we play. Fantastic. You find your way to the sound of the calamity. There is a crowd gathered around. They're standing in front of a building, a large wooden sign reading Bosco's General Goods. Among the cacophonous chants, you can make out things like dead sailors and false promises of treasure and other such things. They're really well behaved, though. This is, at the moment, a peaceful protest. No one's pitched tents in the grassy verge around the shop.
This is an occupied Bosco.
This is occupied Bosco's.
No, Kale won't get it to be a rally against the sun. It's not the right time for it.
Is there anybody in the protest that looks like the leader? That looks like somebody that's like instigating it?
No, they're all just random townsfolk.
Can I just talk to one of them and just be like someone who maybe isn't so angry looking, calmer?
Yeah, you look around the crowd for someone less agitated, and you do see a woman going around, and she's sort of part of the mob but doesn't seem part of it. She's sort of reaching up and talking to the people, asking them a question and then looking sad and moving on, asking another person. She's approaching.
I'll make my way over. Be like, what's going on? This is a lot.
Yes, they're all up in arms about, the all the vessels that have left.
Yeah, I noticed there's no boats in port. That seems very strange.
Yeah, none of them have come back either. Every seaworthy vessel has left.
Oh, why's that? Have they
Well,
gone? Are you
they
okay?
all. I'm looking for my husband.
Oh
He
no.
left on one. They said that he told me that the captain had bought a treasure map from Bosco's, and they were going off to get wealth beyond our imaginations and weapons that could kill dragons and all sorts of fanciful stories. And I just want my Gantari back.
Gantari.
Yes.
We meet Gantari. Gantari's alive. Gantari's
Oh,
back
where?
at Lonely Reach. We've just come from there. I pulled him out of the ocean.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
His boat sank. Apparently, the
Yeah.
captain may or may not found something, went crazy, and then they got attacked by a tentacle thing, like
Yeah.
we did.
That'll be all the boats going to Bryce Island.
I've heard that more than one person has bought one of these maps.
Yeah. No, these are sea monster that's attacking boats over there. Like nobody should be going there.
I need to
Yeah,
get
go.
word. I need to find out how Gantry is.
There's merchants just outside of town that are heading to Lonely Reach. So apparently for free silver, they'll send a message and I'll just pull out like something. You see we have loose coins, but Cascade doesn't really do money, so
No.
she'll pull out the gold coin because she knows that's money.
Oh,
And just
no,
give her that.
It's fine. I have a community discount card. It's you pay to be part of the membership each year, and
Okay,
I just send a lot of letters, so it worked out cheaper in the long run.
makes sense. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we set him up at the inn, or that's where we left him. He was going to the inn to recover because he had been in
Thank
the
you
ocean.
so much.
Yeah.
Times are tough, and I have nothing that I could possibly repay you for this good news.
That's okay. That's
That's a
okay.
cute
Just
chicken, by the way.
thank you. Its name is Tudor. Do you want a pet?
Sure. What are you going to do with tuna?
I don't know. It's just soft and fluffy, and everyone seems to love chickens. So I'm just trying to fit in with the land folks.
It's good for morale.
Yes, I guess. Just an unusual sight.
I'm trying to learn chicken.
Good luck with that. They don't have a language. They just make noise.
That's like, yeah, go find your husband. It's okay.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I must go see the merchants. And she
Yeah.
hitches up her skirt and darts off in the direction of the gate.
Okay, so we kind of need to, like, back to the group. Be like, we probably need to let them know that, like, or get in, or if we tell them that, like, everyone's probably dead, they might get really upset and start doing stuff.
I mean, I'd be happy to tell them. It's the truth.
Okay.
Is there anyone? Is someone like outside the shop trying to talk to the crowd, or they're just yelling at the closed door?
Is there someone?
Essentially,
Oh,
is like Bosco out in front, or is there a storekeep someone who's out front?
no. The store is locked, and you can hear every now and again someone banging on the door. Let us in, Bosco, and like, no, not in this state. We're not serving anyone today.
Okay. Can I find either like a barrel or like a crate around by Bosco's to kind of stand on, so I'm even taller?
Yes, you can.
And then address the crowd like, crowd of angry village people. It is me, famed inventor Magnus Balla.
Just like, woo, at the back.
Everyone
Thank you.
sort of
my
looks
one
up
friend.
confused and keeps yelling.
Another woo in the back from a different section.
Just running around wooing.
Yeah, just
Sounds like
man,
they
just
like that
that's
at night.
all.
Like
Listen
some
to
kind
the
of
big
bar.
word.
Sign and just wooing to different corners, starting to get a woo going.
I wasn't sure about this guy, but I think he has a point.
There are a lot
You
of
should
rules.
listen to him.
I understand you're upset that a lot of ships have gone and people have not come back. But the good news is they're probably all dead. And so you don't need to worry anymore. Thank you.
Make
And
a,
it's just
make
kinda
a
like
bond
hop down.
roll.
Oh gosh. Cascade's just sitting there being like, I'm new from the ocean and even I know there's a better way to be an ambassador than do this.
This is what he is naturally bad at. So it's gonna go great.
I love it.
That is a 2.
That is a 2.
Oh god.
Do I get it?
Do you want to roll to dodge as a piece of questionably ripe fruit or vegetable, depending on how pedantic you want to be, soars above the crowd?
Can I instead roll to punch it out of the air?
Sure.
Thank you.
Your dodge attempt will be a attack against the airborne vegetable.
Magnificent punch.
Chimama, that is a 14.
A 14.
If
That's
I'm adding
very
my
good.
brawn to it.
You, as this tomato soars in, you land a square blow on it, and overly ripe tomato showers everyone in the nearby vicinity, dealing
Whoever-
0 limit point of tomato damage.
Whoever threw that, the next one will be in your face. Show
Okay.
yourself, coward.
Magnus, I love
yeah,
you,
you
big beefy boy, but how about, can you give me a boost? Can
Do
you?
you guys do anything to de-escalate the situation?
I'm gonna try.
Okay. Do you go up to him and boost? He's like gonna cup his hands like that and for you to
Yeah.
like step on, I guess,
Yeah, so I can
mean,
like,
and then lift you.
cool.
Kale can't do anything but make it worse. So
Yeah, and you are going to be rolling your bond check to de-escalate with a -3, as the crowd is now perturbed.
I would like to,
Ooh.
as I'm standing up there, just make like water sort of not splash out, but just sort of like radiate around me and have my tentacles flowing and be like, my name is Cascade Coral, and as an ambassador of the Great Ocean, I am here to deliver both the unfortunate news, but also to act on behalf of all of you. We have travelled to this Bryce Island. We are so far we have found one other survivor who is currently resting and recovering. I am very sorry for the loss, but I promise that we will go in, we will deal with this Bosco, who, by the way, on our investigation of Bryce Island, we found no treasure, and we will make sure that he is held to justice for this, both injustice,
what attack
of him,
them?
but also for the loss of your great townspeople, and hold them responsible. Sorry, Amy's not really good at words, but
That's okay.
like
At any
this is
point-
her thing.
At any point, you can make a bond check. You have a -3 game changer
Yeah.
for the
Can
crowd
I
being-
use the fact that I'm ambassador of the ocean, using the ocean to add my power of the ocean?
Yes, you can, because
Thank
you're
you.
an ambassador by trade, and I shall allow
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. So that means that my bond is +3, power of the ocean's 4, but I've got a -3, so I still get a +4.
Nice.
And for my first roll of the game, that was an 11, so that's 15.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
The crowd, despite your seeming awkwardness delivering bad news, start to quieten down and listen. We just want our seamen back. Yeah. Why can't
I
they
will-
come home? What about the
I
other
will-
one? You only saved one?
There was only one found. However, as part of recompense, I feel like that a store that has sold so much damaging product should also be responsible for going out and trying to find those that should remain, because we've only found one. There could be others out there. Let us go and talk to Bosco, and we will get this sorted. And then I'll be like, put me down, Magnus, put me down.
The crowd murmurs and mumbles, and they do start to dissipate.
I will just start walking to the door and be like, knock, 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 knock.
As you see the crowd start to part, a distraught beast-born woman with reddish fur and small fox ears runs up to you. Please, please, my son, he's gone missing. He's being taken by the bark mimics. He's been dragged into the forest, I know it. Please, won't you save him?
Yes. Immediately, no one notices Kale's already there. And even now with the hood up, the demeanor's changed as soon as they said the bark mimics. Because this is something that Kale is very familiar with and not happy with.
Can I point to Kale and say, is this not your son?
This is not my son. My son has been taken.
Okay.
Please. Please, go and find him.
What is your name?
My name is Sally.
What's your son's name?
My son's name is Jim.
Is it like very serious? Like this is very odd. Even the son but this is when was he last taken? Or when did you last see him?
Well, he was taken earlier today. I let him play out in the backyard, and I looked up and saw the trees. Those horrible barky creatures taking him.
We will add it to our list of things to do.
She looks on the verge of bursting into tears. Like it's just like, we've received your call, but we're experiencing high call volumes at the moment. Would you like to hold or press
in
one
the order
for
that
us
it
to
was
call you
received?
back? Yeah. You are.
We will see your
15th in the
son. You
queue.
are 12 on the list.
Estimated wait time.
2 days and
then
5
hangs
hours.
Up. Yeah, it just hangs up at that point. That's what it's like on New Zealand.
Trauma. This entire week trying to ring things. Oh my god.
No bond, but Kale will still very uncomfortably try to give this woman a kind of a hug. Like they're trying to sigh and push through this. They don't quite it's very awkward.
Immediately collapses on you and starts crying.
Just turn around and start pounding on the door and be like, Bosco, out here now, we've got other things to do.
I'm not coming out.
I will pull that water that's radiating around me, swirl it into a bowl and just slam it and try and punch open the door with water.
Yep.
We have two folks good with knives. You probably could have picked the lock.
Make a
two weapons.
Make an attack roll against
when
the door.
the whole crowd was distracted, Darkian was just trying to sneak up and relieve her and something. And just at that point, he looks up and runs out of the way.
Yeah.
I just rolled a 12, and then with
goodness.
Bond for magic and then Power of the Ocean. That's a 19? 17?
It's
Fuck,
really
what's
good.
math?
Max roll.
Max.
You pull the water up from the ground, the puddles, the buckets, the barrels, and it slams into this door, and it gives a groan. You see the heavy wooden door creaking under the weight and pressure of it. Look, it sounds like you've got bigger problems to deal with. Help that woman first. If I know that you'll help me as well, then we can talk.
Well, we might view you more favorably if you lend us some cool magic stuff for this.
Yes, how about help us, help her, help you, and then you help us.
I can offer you a discount. I am running a business.
Alright, we will go, because I would rather go and rescue this child first, far more important. But you are not to sell any more mats or anything until we come back.
I'm not going to.
Good, because you're sending people to their deaths.
Also, stay in town. If you try to leave, I will find you.
All my stuff's here. Why would I leave?
I will turn to the woman who I've already forgotten the name of and be like,
Sally.
we will, but you stay here and you keep an eye on him. The store. Yeah.
I'll do my best.
And if need be, go find some other townsfolk and say, keep him here.
Oh,
We'll be back.
they all just wandered off.
I know.
Except old Gary over there, but he's unreliable.
Kale kind of wiggles out of this woman's grasp, somehow trying to wiggle out of the grasp. Very uncomfortable at this stage now.
And yeah, if you don't manage it, Magnus would just grab you by the fur and then just lift, like when you're holding a cat.
So she
No, at
realizes
this stage,
you're
no problem
uncomfortable
with
and
that.
Right, I'll do my best. You
Yeah.
please save my son.
So,
We will do our best.
to Kale, you're from this forest. Do you have any idea about the bark mimics or anything like that?
They're not usually a problem.
No, I arrived in the forest and made a lot of cool fox friends. Showing off the ear, the fluffy tail, but a little bit happy. Still more happier than this stupid trees that you think aren't trees, but they're not trees. They're like mimicking trees, and they're angry and stupid, and then they attack, and then they drove a lot of my fox friends out, and they've been a problem. I don't know what their deal is. Maybe too much sun, but they need to be. They're angry and they're mean. And we should deal with them. They respond to being stabbed or fire.
Do neither
We
of
need to
those things.
But they are meant to damage. They attack other things and people in boxes. So yes, we should go
And you start.
save Jim.
Yes, absolutely. You are now entering a quest, and you head towards the Fox Forest. The sun slowly sets behind you as you approach the outskirts of the forest.
What comes off? Kale has clicked yes on accept quest link. So we've accepted the quest.
Yeah, would you like to set this as your main quest?
Yes, so this is main quest.
It's on the list of them.
And we will
The little marker moves.
follow this quick, this main quest marker. After some brief words from the sponsors, they say are our sponsors. They're not sponsoring me, they're advertising. And thank you for watching some ads. Don't forget to hydrate, stretch, take your meds, and remember to love yourself. We'll be back very shortly with whatever happens in Fox Forest.
See you soon.
Yes. So we're on ads now. Not everyone gets ads, but some people will.
Hey.
So this is the part where we talk about stuff that's going on. Does anyone
I'll be
have
back.
any? Oh yeah, absolutely. Go be back.
I gotta go brush my teeth. Oral
Fantastic.
hygiene is important.
It is. It is very. It's not getting on the list though. It should be, but brushing my teeth during stream is something that should be behind a paywall. Yeah. Anyone got anything cool coming up? Any exciting news from out in the rest of the world? No. Amy, we got
Still trying to hunt down an apartment for moving to Oregon, and trip still planned, flying out. That's all still good to go. I signed up for 2 classes.
nice.
We fly back the day school starts, so we'll be literally in New Zealand when school starts. They'll be emailed
Fantastic.
professors, "Hey, I'm gonna be gone for the first day," like literally thousands of miles away.
That's a rough
Yeah.
commute.
I know it's just kind of hard to make. I gotta get in the private jet. I gotta get it filled up.
Yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
many of us are busy at work on Yes and the charity stream that's coming up at the end of August on the 26th and the 27th, where 3 of us will be playing. Actually, 4 of us, but one of us is not here at the moment, so not counted because of we'll take their vote remotely. But 4 of us being in New Zealand presently will be in there as players. Are we all players or backups? We're all players, I think. And So warm-up games have started and everything's getting built up, and I need to start the hype machine soon and start getting some of the first warm-up games out early this year. So you will get to see some wonderful D&D games being played by the groups, so that you can get to meet the players and get excited about them and donate money for your favourite, so they can have, you know, advantage, inspiration on a roll, or there will be fabulous prizes available only to residents of New Zealand because of silly giveaway laws and postage. And also, you can donate to give a wish in the game and manifest whatever chaos and craziness you want. It is a 24-hour stream, and it will be running starting at lunchtime New Zealand time, to be more specific, at 12 o'clock New Zealand time, in case you don't have lunch at a normal time, and running for 24 hours from there. It's a big thing. I love it. It's going to be great.
Same as last year's. Was this kind of like the same thing last year, the 24-hour stream? Or
yeah,
was...
same
I
deal.
remember watching, staying up and watching some. It was fantastic fun.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. I stayed up well late because America stayed well late. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm
watching the different things.
I'm on at a convenient time, so I'll be on the Sunday, the second day, starting at 9 New Zealand time, so about an hour before we start. But daylight savings probably happens between now and then, so everything's going to be wild. Time zones, even worse. Daylight savings, abolish that shit. That's terrible. I hate having to change my sleep patterns like that. It's rude, and I can't adjust that quickly. It takes me 6 months to get into a habit of sleeping, and then they change it again.
I'm usually just about like maybe a couple of weeks, and then it turns again. Just got used to this.
It's cruel and unusual torture, and I don't like it.
I'm on it. I'm group 2, so I start at 3 o'clock. I'm in the second group on, so yeah.
It's a good time to have. A nice afternoon, still fresh from the beginning. I will have rested, wink, sometime over the 24 hours, but I'll definitely have been largely awake for a great period of time before I go on and attempt to play Dungeons and Dragons. And I mean, I know every group is gunning to be crowned Chaos Crow, but I mean, we're gonna...
I don't know. The 3 a.m. slot is always wild. 3 a.m. group 6 is always wild. I will say that.
Yeah, group 5 is going to be pretty insane. That's with Waffles, who was my DM last year, and many other times in between. Last year, Waffles attacked us with like a giant banana and a sandwich, and I turned into a giant ape and ate one of them because you know, it's just what monsters want. What they really, really want. I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. Some of whatever Severin's eating after brushing his teeth. Oh, it's a bun. Is it a fresh bun?
It is more bread.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the bakery opposite my apartment building was selling them yesterday.
Yesterday's bread.
I mean, yesterday was today's bread, but now it's yesterday's bread because it's the next day.
It is, yes.
If I had a gluten-free bakery next door to me, I would never leave that place. I would always be going to get fresh bakery. I love fresh baked goods.
I used to live at the driveway that my house was on. At the end of it, there was a gas station, a dairy, which is like a convenience store, hairdressers, a florist, a bakery, and a Chinese takeaway. And my lord, did I need to stop eating bread. It was not great. But this isn't a how much yeast products you consume live stream. I'm not going to steal the whole bit, Penny, in case you ever watch this.
So good, though. It's
really such a good intro. Oh my god.
It's so tempting.
there's been an increasing number of attacks in Westvale from the bark mimics. They have been striking out of Fox Forest, and as you stand on the edge of the forest, about to take your first steps in, what's your plans?
Oh, something I was going to say is, could Magnus have grabbed a torch on his way to the forest?
Yeah, absolutely. There's just
Even if it's in someone's hand, just...
yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a barrel of them on the edge of town, just in case there's like a barrel of torches and a barrel of pitchforks, just in case an angry mob needs to form. There's like a little
It's
Gotta
bell,
be prepared.
a little summoning bell. Yeah, you never know when you have to rally the villagers and form an angry
In
mob.
case of emergency.
Yeah, in case of emergency, form angry
It's like a
mob.
volunteer fire department, but for mad
Riding.
geniuses and towers.
The riding volunteer department.
The RVD. Terrible.
Kale would have grabbed one and is a bit more now, especially now that the night has fallen.
Yeah.
Is in very serious, trying to remain calm mode, but you can tell even the fake tail, still twitching oddly. Just be careful. They move quicker than they look. They look like tree. I know. They look like trees. They're not trees. They mimic them. You must be cautious.
So we cannot trust any of the trees.
I wouldn't go around smacking each one of them with an axe, but be ready to hit something that moves.
Yeah, you start walking into the forest. It is relatively thin on the edges. You can see the signs of civilization being nearby to a large wooded area. There are tree stumps still in the ground from where building materials have been harvested. The undergrowth and bush does start thickening as you move further in, following the trail that leads in there. You start looking for signs in general, just sort of trying to pick up on the vibe of this place. You're not sure where this child's been taken. There's not a lot to track on the ground. The trees sort of move as one with the forest, almost like the forest is trying to protect them, it would seem. And you hear a cry. Help me!
Running to it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
running.
crying. Yeah.
Are you
Kale's
a
not
son?
running to it.
You find a young Humi girl hanging from the tree by her ankle.
Oh my gosh.
She's wriggling around. She's bound up there by vines.
Maybe we should
Case-
just run into this. It may be a threat.
Kale wants to stay back a little bit in the shadows and then kind of sensing, remaining calm under the moon to see, is this legit? Is this a trap that's being sprung?
Whereas
You're looking for a
Cascade
young-
is running straight in because she sees vines and she was attacked by vines recently and she fucking hates vines and she's like, not these vines again. It is going to be running straight in to try and help the child.
Fantastic. I would like, Kale, can you make a stats?
He's like, I want to insight check the situation.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, we're going to call it a census check.
okay, we'll do a sense check. Said using calm underneath the moon to
Yep.
focus themselves a little
You
bit.
Get your nighttime benefits.
That's the best roll. Ooh, 14. I rolled an 11. Yay!
Nice.
My sense is only +1, so
You
14 total.
scan the surroundings as Cascade races forward to save the young girl, and you remain unsurprised as bark mimics, launch out of the tree, out of the bushes, and out from the ground in front of Cascade, and you all become under attack. Everyone except Kale is going to be at a -3 for these things striking suddenly out of the dark. You will, Kale, you will be at a +3 as you've avoided that. You did do very well on your senses check, and so as you race forward, Cascade, would you like to try and dodge this bark mimic?
Rather than dodge, can I pull the water out and create like a shield in front of me to block any sort of attack?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Cool. So that will be bond for magic and then the power of the ocean. Is that a 1 or a 7? That's a 7. 14.
14. Very good. This mimic launches itself towards you. That is a difference of, make me do math, God, on a Saturday.
The Lord's Day.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's not Sunday, or else Kale would be at permanent disadvantage.
Hey. It's going to be Sunday after we rescue the sun.
It gets balanced out by noonday.
Hey.
The bark mimic lunges out towards you. Its pointy little twig hands reaching out for your face, and the water slaps up around it, and it sort of gets crushed by the pressure and force of it as you push it back and almost encapsulated in this bubble. It will take a little bit of damage, and it will also be at a negative for its next roll. So let's get a little table of these guys here.
Just so awesome.
We have one
You and your
there.
fire. I got water. Water is so much better.
Ocean man.
Take me by the hand, lead me to the sand. Yeah, anyway.
I thought that was bad.
What, singing on stream? No. Singing on stream.
Song lyrics.
Oh, probably. In terms of
Specifically
sounds or something.
Ween.
Yeah, no, Ween's fine. You can push the little daisies all you want. Just,
Hey.
we're not going to ask any mister if they can help with their pony, because that song's just sad. Yeah, you're being attacked. Magnus,
Howdy.
you
What's up, boy?
do you want to roll and see how much this thing fails to hurt you? And if you would, Mordakian, also do the same. Finally, a good roll. Oh my god.
In a similar way to my aquatic friend, can Magnus grab his hammer and then just push it out from him?
Yeah, absolutely.
To kind of ready himself.
Yeah,
So I can use
You can
Brawn
use hammer
and
time.
hammer time, his speciality.
As your defense, as you brace for the impact.
That is a 14.
That is a 14. That's fantastic. That's a difference of
Roll,
12.
roll well.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. I was about to have a mini heart attack of how high did this thing roll.
No,
Yeah, did you roll like a 27?
yeah.
What did you?
Yeah.
What is the bonuses
Yeah,
on this?
it's the other way around, trust me.
Speciality. 8 minutes.
Yeah, plus 15. No, you, as it charges in, you slam into it with your hammer. You over-defend against this thing, and it reels back. There is the sound of splintering timber as you crack into it. Back to the Krakens.
And again, similarly, at the sight of movements, Mordakian will just spin round and attack,
Yeah,
which was brawn and reckless.
yeah.
Like an absolute
Still
blender.
not great. 1 on the dice. Total of 6.
No. A total of 6.
Oh,
That
no.
is a difference of 6 this time in their favour. So as you turn around, recklessly slashing out at this creature, you receive 2 limit damage on that. You both were meant to have -3s on your rolls.
Yes, I just
Oh,
realized this. I
yeah.
apologize.
It's not going to matter
That
for your one.
would have brought mine down to an 11.
Yeah, that's still going to be a difference of more than 6. It
9,
is
yeah,
going to
9.
matter here as you turn and start slashing out at this thing. The branches cutting through your clothes. Yeah, you're like stabbing into this tree as much as you can, and at the same time, needle-like branch tips are just pushing and scratching and clawing at you, and you take 3 limit damage on that. As I manage a good roll at a time when it's actually a roll instead of rolling high on all the other things I have to roll on. Y'all are ready to go now.
Can I hammer the one that tried to attack me? And like
Yeah,
an upward
absolutely.
sweeping... Here.
Yeah.
Can I add farm wisdom as well as hammer time?
No, you can only add one specialty at a time. So you can add farm wisdom if you want.
Dang you, Brad, and balancing the game.
Yeah.
I will... Hammer time makes more sense. It's the
Okay,
same...
It is. It's
the same
on
bonus,
point, right?
but... yeah, let's do... that is a 9.
A 9. I need to roll defense.
Because I no
that's
longer get
not
the
good
minus
for them.
3.
That's correct. And I get a +2. That's a difference of 4. -3 because you wrecked him up last time. That's going to make it more than enough as you splinter this timber and like some kind of minotaur fireman, you kick this door down with a plum. It was a palm tree mimic. Sorry.
I was
I'll
going
show
to
myself that.
ask to kind of do something similar again because I've got one encapsulated in a bubble of water. If I can then just use my magic to control it and slam it against a tree, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you gonna hit a tree with another tree?
Exactly.
Cracking
Wonderful.
their heads together or something.
I have a legit in another game fought fire with fire, so why not fight tree with tree?
We're going for, yeah.
God, math. 10 plus 7, 17.
17. That is a difference of 7. That is more than enough for you to scoop up this bark mimic and send it crashing like so many waves upon the rocks, because it even had a -3 on that. It gets worse. 10, difference of 7, but then it goes up to a difference of 10 or more. It receives 4 limit damage, and you have absolutely crushed it. What's
The
that?
frickin' land folks and their plant life. Why is your plant life so aggressive?
The salad has.
Because I say, KO would like to move because I still have my +3 bonus. So I haven't actually done anything yet. KO would like to move. Seeing Mordecai Stock would like to move, dashing and Jilly very quickly over. Not more slashing with the dagger, not more to damage the tree, but to slash to get Mordecai to be like uncaptured by the tree, so then they can finish it off. Swing in and just do a crack this one up here.
Yeah.
Because I have a +9 to this. At least it's gonna be a decent roll.
I like to think of it as one of those situations where it looks like a grapple. Mostly, it's just Mordakian got the daggers stabbed into it. You're trapped in here with me.
Yeah. I'm you. I shall account for you. I'm gonna count your rings after the bad count. We'll just ignore that. We'll edit that out in the post.
How
So, yeah,
old was this tree that I
just dash and appear and just try to slash Mordecai free, and then they can do what they need to do.
Yep.
Oh, good roll. I rolled a 4, but still +9, so a
Oh,
13.
good. That's a lot. I ended up making that a 9 difference, and as you grab and tear at this thing to pull it off, Mordakian, the branches snap. They've been weakened by thousands of tiny little cuts that have added up over time. And the weakened structure of the tree breaks and crumbles as you pull it apart off him. And it stops being an animated tree.
But before that, what has happened to this girl that was crying?
She's just wailing. She's screaming louder than ever before. She thought her rescuers were about to bite it. So, but then you all got really weird, and now she's screaming still. So
There are many reasons to scream.
How high up how are they being held? Like are they just up in a tree?
Vines twisted around their legs.
Provides.
Flash. Well, how high up? Because if Magnus is tall enough to just reach up and just.
You could certainly reach up and just like take the weight of the little girl, but not enough to reach up and get the vines.
If Chaos, wow, I have two K names. Why'd I do that? If Kale can stand on Magnus's shoulders,
all of my characters
just
start with an S, except Helios.
I've called myself Chaos twice now. So if Kale can get get up on Magnus's shoulders and then stand up using nibble finger, and just try to get this young creature free.
Magnus would like drop a knee to let you like.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he's legitimately actually not that big. You could probably just clamber him, but it's still funny to me just to be like down and then
climb on me, little fox person.
Well, I see Magnus is about 7 foot. Going by feet, 7 feet tall. Minotaurs are pretty blunt.
To the tip of the horns or to the top of the head?
He gets
the top of the head. I mean,
play basketball.
Yeah. But because Kale is 5'2", so quite stout and short. So there's a good 5 foot probably difference there. I mean, a couple foot difference there for the height. Yeah. So get up and try to get. Yeah, try to get this young wiggling creature free.
You all manage to work together and lower the girl gently down from the trees. Thank
What's your name?
She's in shock. She is struggling to so much more.
Hey. I will pull a Tuna out and I'll be like, "This is Tuna. They want to say hi."
She reaches out gingerly and sort of touches the chicken. I'm Esme. What's your name?
Kale will check their quest log and doesn't see Esme on the quest log list, so is confused as to what
Put her back in the tree. She's not on the quest list.
You're not the one we're looking for.
I'm Coral. Are you lost, or did you get taken by the bad trees?
I wandered in. My balloon, it floated away, and I heard twigs cracking, and then I was up in the tree.
Have you seen it?
Is it going to take us ages to return her to town and then come back, or are we like right on the outskirts?
You're pretty close to the outskirts. The forest had only just been starting to sort of thicken into that wild, unexplored bit. It won't take long, and I'm certainly not going to make you roleplay it. Unless you really want to walk back out to the edge of the forest.
I just don't think it's wise to take a child in, but also it's going to be really horrible to return to town and be like, "We found a child. It's not your child. We found a child."
No,
It's your son.
Middle ground. We get to the edge of the forest and then go. Now run back to the town, child. We have other children to find.
My balloon. Put it on the quest list. My balloon.
Balloon quest.
If we find it, we find it.
You take the moment out of your day to get Esme back to the edge of town, and she thanks you profusely and runs off in a direction you will not find the final termination of, because you head back to the forest and start exploring again.
She reminds me of my daughter. Pulls out a picture of a happy-looking family. She was only 12. She's 16 now. She thinks adventuring is lame.
Oh,
Kale
okay.
will pat Mordecai on the.
It's good she's still alive.
How are you doing, Mordecai? That was a heavy hit you took.
You opened up emotionally, unlike that merchant.
Is your
Well,
heart
yeah, I
starting?
am in fact actually more physically damaged at the moment. I'm 2 out of 5.
Yeah,
Looking
Two out
guy.
of five
I will
ain't bad.
come over and be just like,
And you're to blame.
I bear with me. Don't do the land folk thing of creating your own water. I've got you, and I'll just start doing a cleansing heal and slap you with 2 limit damage
Yeah.
back.
Oof. Okay.
You feel
Actually, yeah. Thank you both for the help. Not dying. Then.
Are trees going on your list now? I feel like all plant matter
Yeah.
just should be on the list. Like,
Finds trees.
Plants.
I try to be slightly specific. I mean, I
pines,
put big
trees, and
dogs
shrubberies.
once,
Oh
but
my.
one day I'd like to see this list because I'm still learning what's dangerous up here. I feel like everything's dangerous on land.
maybe the real danger is you. That's kind of the equivalent of what I worked out, I think.
You are the common denominator.
All the bad things that happen to you in your life because you're there.
Yeah.
Wow, that's bleak.
You're the one constant.
As
The
we
real
remind you on this
monster
channel,
is
as
looking
often
at
as
the
we can,
claws on
don't
his
forget to
hands.
love yourself.
It is not your
Take
fault.
time
You
for
are not the
yourself.
problem.
This is my happiest part of my week, so thank you everyone. Just off that. But yeah, Kale will go back to trying to keep calm and sensible, and just
Yeah.
use our senses, knowing that things are traps, to try to. At this point, we don't have any. Just kind of keep looking, or if we can happen to find a fox friend, one remaining, another, maybe a hidden one in the forest is still remaining. Guide us something. It's a large forest.
Yeah, you following the paths through the forest. There are trails, and you do follow them for ease of moving through, keeping your eyes out, keeping your ears.
Yeah, Kale would be
open.
familiar with some of the trails and some of the back trails.
Absolutely. They follow the instinctual lay of the land. They're the ways that the animals find that are easier, the ways that the water doesn't erode so quickly, and you do hear the sound of water rushing nearby. You come past a thick copse of trees and bushes, and you see a dilapidated bridge, a stone bridge that has crumbled over time. It's overgrown, and vines wrap around much of it, and
How deep is the water?
it is hard to tell. It's quite rapid, as the small sort of gap that it goes through is very narrow. There are stones poking out, and you certainly wouldn't want to fall in there.
Or jump?
Yeah, you do need to cross this river to carry on deeper. You can follow along the sides and see if it evens out at some point. But the path you've been following.
Kale wants to try
continues on the
something.
other side.
Yeah, Kale wants to try something crazy if he can. Is there on either end? So on the further end, is there a looking? It hopefully looks like a large sturdy tree, and then hopefully behind us, is there another large sturdy tree?
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
kind of-
This place is
That's a
made
plant.
of quite large and sturdy
Well,
trees. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like a tree
And
jump.
Kale doesn't trust that
bunch of
bridge.
Sturdy trees.
Kale would want to try, because they have rope.
Yep.
And a bow and arrow. We'd like to maybe try to tie off one end of the rope and then shoot the other end over to the tree across the way. And have like a little way we can kind of pull ourselves while not fully stepping on the bridge.
We're going zip lining.
Absolutely. We will imagine the weight compliance and the weight holding ability of an arrow stuck in a tree with rope tied to it, and
We don't need physics
we'll
involved.
gently discard any notions of physics for the time being, and we'll see how it goes.
Kale would also like to whisper consent to the other tree that I'm sorry, I'm about to shoot an arrow into you.
Yeah. Just whisper it to the arrow and send it over. Roll
Bring
me.
this message to the tree.
Roll me a
The arrow
precision
says
check.
3 silver.
You know why? It's a silver birch. Roll your precision check.
Precision. I'll see if I can do anything else. I'll remaining calm under the moon.
Yeah.
Because my dash didn't work for this one, so this is a little bit of a boost. Oh, it's not. 8.
8. You
Yeah, I
do
rolled low.
secure the rope to the other tree. It catches in there. It looks to be stuck. It should support someone's weight.
Not fully confident, but
Yeah, you're not sure if that someone is any of you, but there's probably I'm pretty sure that Tuna would be able to cross it without a problem. It looked cool, yeah.
it looks cool.
The camera
It
panned
looks
down,
cool.
so it looked up at you, taking aim. The moon in the background, hanging lazily in the sky.
A breeze suddenly
Yeah,
appears and the ears
absolutely.
move. I mean,
Yeah.
somehow just a breeze appears.
Yeah.
Some glitter.
Absolutely. Then it cut to like just a brown-green smear frame with the arrow just hovering in the middle, like moving up and down a little bit. It was so fucking anime.
Yeah,
Magnus
well,
is going to go
just-
along,
Such weebs.
test the rope, say, nope, and try to find another way across the river.
Yeah, you could certainly try forging the river.
How wide is the river?
It's not too far. It's maybe 15 feet across.
And
So
how tall is the average tree?
the average tree? That's we don't like to really label and restrict people down to groupings. Says the woman who referred to a group of trees by their collective noun. The trees here are quite old growth.
What are we, the
They are-
language cop?
Yeah, they could still have
Not
great
the language we're
personalities.
using. That's okay. We haven't breached terms of service yet. I don't know if there's any...
Yeah.
Yet. There, and it really takes persistent use of terrible language, or I will straight kick you if you do naughty things. You know the kind of things. If you'd make me mad, you don't want to say it. So that's it's a challenge. The trees are old growth. They are tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can Magnus try to shoulder one of them down so he could use that as a kind of bridge?
Just gonna push a trio out of the ground.
Yep. Like an old janky looking one that looks like he can
Yeah.
get it loose and
Just the rottenest tree in the woods.
Okay, maybe not rotten, because
Okay.
then the next part's gonna be more tough.
Okay.
Can I get one that's like got rotten at the base and then it's good?
That's good. Yeah. Just
Like the most specific.
the most specifically dead at the ground tree.
But the rest of it's fine. But...
Absolutely. Give me a Let's see if you can find a suitable candidate. You can get to add your farming knowledge on this one, and I would like a brains check.
Brains check with
As
farm
you-
wisdom. Let's do
yeah.
that. That is a 14.
A 14. That's
Oh,
very
great.
good.
He's smart.
Yeah. You look around for a suitable tree to knock over, one that is just the right amount of rotten at the ground and strong enough to carry weight. You don't find one suitable that you could knock over, but there is a conveniently toppled tree laying on the ground. It looks relatively fresh, possibly knocked over in a storm, and with some of the erosion of the creek coming by, it just fell into the woods instead of into the river.
I'm
That
gonna
could-
lift it up
yeah.
and then just thump it over the river.
Yep. We'll
And it-
say, because you should get something positive from such a high roll. It is very easily handled, and you do manage to bridge the gap. It's pretty sturdy. Doesn't look too slick with moss or anything, and
you
Should
bridge
work.
it in a way that we could use the rope as a balance. So it's like
Yeah.
we've got a bridge and then we've got the rope to balance on.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be
Oh,
a
we're
great
using Kale's using the rope. Damn.
Yeah.
Fired oh, he's using the rope.
That'd be a great idea. I don't know if Magnus would have put it near the rope.
Okay.
It's the
That's
only thing.
fine.
He might just go straight path out of the woods wherever that leads to.
Yeah.
Because he just didn't think. He like completely forgot about the rope.
That
Well, it's fine.
tracks.
Kale's using the rope. So.
Give me
We can
a.
we can do the buddy system. Like us just
Kale,
holding hands.
I want you to roll for me as you use this rope. We're going to go with agility. I would like an agility check for you to cross the rope.
Oh, this. If you get swept away, does this split the party? And is this 2 separate sessions?
I mean, if you get swept away, Cascade's diving into the water because that's his specialty.
Yeah, we got Cascade, but yeah, but also agility and being nimble is my specialty. It's
Exactly.
Kale's speciality.
I have
So you should
be
faith in
fine.
this.
And I'm gonna do like I'm gonna try to do a really cool. There we go. Here's what Kale wants to do. Almost like an anime style dash run across the rope.
That's what I was imagining too.
That's
Uh,
what I'm just hops up and just looking cool, dashes across in the moonlight. The moon comes in, clouds part, and just dashing this
Yeah,
across
absolutely.
it.
I'm getting big
Hey,
Inuyasha vibes from you, so
Gennaro.
let's do that.
Absolutely, that is my favorite director. That is a good roll. 6. Plus my 7, there's a 13. Got plus
13.
6 to that.
Fantastic. What am I in it being? Okay. You leap up and the slack's immediately taken out of the rope. You start darting across. You're sure-footed and light on your feet as if you were dancing on moonbeams. And as you finish your dart across, the arrow does come free and the rope drops slack, and you land gently on the other side.
I am huzzah.
Everyone else who walked across the log congratulates you on your arrival on the other side of the river. It did look awesome though. And with your rope tied off at the other end, we will consider that left behind, unless you walk back and untie it.
We'll recover my arrow, but for the rope, we'll see what the rest of this goes. If there's a quick version at the end, we might recover it, but we'll see.
It turns out
For
there's
now,
often a lot of vines around in these locations, so
as of right now, I'll cross off the rope off my inventory.
you carry on wandering into the woods. You're sure that you're getting close. You can feel a darkness and oppression starting to grow. Not the blight, not that feeling, not the feeling of abject loss that you have when you're near blighted areas. Make a senses roll, everyone.
Okay.
So staying calm under the moon.
Is the shadow related, do we think? What evil lurks in the hearts of creatures?
It could. You know what? I'm going to accept that because I was going to make a shitty joke about it anyway. So yes, you can use your shadows.
Moon senses.
Is 12.
12,
Kale got a 10.
3, 4. How did you
Let's
go?
go.
How did you go, Mordakian?
12.
12. Fantastic. The weight of the woods is pushing down on you, Cascade and Magnus. And for you other two, creatures of the night, you sense a disturbance, and for some reason, Morty, you have a voice inside your head saying, if there are two wolves that live inside all of us, why is one of them over there looking at us? And as you notice this mint wolf in the woods, it leaps out towards you. You're in combat. Welcome. Welcome to the next combat. You're
Yay.
fighting a mint wolf, which has leapt out of the undergrowth after stalking you for some time.
This wasn't meant to happen.
No, but it is. There's a mint wolf. It's not the same.
Oh,
Oh,
It's got a lovely mint green colour and just the cutest little expression. I love the eyebrow.
so cheeky.
Cute before it
so
kills
cheeky.
us.
Yeah.
Cheeky kid tries cheeky as it attacks us.
I really should see if I can harvest all the pictures out of here and make them so I can show them on stream when you fight things. So there's such a lovely bestiary with all of the monsters. Let me just quickly check my stats. Fantastic. Mint Wolf launches out. You're not all of you surprised. So it is pretty much going how it wants. But this wolf leaps out. Out of interest, who would have been at the back of the party?
Oh, Magnus. I think he would have strode forward pretty
Magus went
Make-
forward.
decisively.
Kale would have been towards the back and to the side, as like kind of like not part of the main group, but kind of just knowing to be towards the side in the shadows as well. Like
Yeah.
the ones with the shadows would be no better than
Yeah.
just be out in the open in a group.
Yeah. Morty, you would probably be like
Me.
cronking it between trees, like with your own theme music and stuff. Just staying in the extra shadows.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. The mint wolf is going to leap at you. You got eyes on it. You are quick enough. You're fast enough. You can see it coming. You wonder, is this your wolf? Is the wolf in my head lonely at the moment? As it launches itself towards you, what would you like to do before it attacks?
Hmm.
This is me.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Just gonna take a dagger and fling it.
Right.
Fling it with I think edges.
Yep.
Sounds right.
Absolutely.
And precision. So +3 +2 is 7. 2 on the dice.
Uh, 11. So it's a difference of 4. You miss, and as you go to grab your next dagger out, the wolf lands down upon you. You will be at a -3 on your next roll, as it has sort of jumped in under the blade and caught you a little surprised. Do you want to roll to avoid its attack?
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and dodge. Just like sort of towards and down, so that
like
it
skid underneath its leap.
beneath it, which is a
Yeah.
little bit reckless.
Fantastic.
Cancelling out the
The
-3.
tools are out
So
of
this is a
danger.
straight dice roll now.
Hey.
11.
That's really good. That is a difference of 7. As the wolf leaps towards you, you kick off the tree behind you and skid underneath. The wolf, having lost its target, crashes straight into the tree that you were standing by. It is stunned and gets up and shakes its head a little bit. It's definitely taken a little bit of hurt from that. And Yes, everyone else. How you doing? This wolf has just
I-
leapt out and attacked. It's banged into
I
a
have
tree. It's
something.
very funny.
Rather than attacking, I would like to do something to help other people with their attacks, if
Yep.
that's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to swirl another water bubble, but try and keep it around the head of the wolf, so it's almost like blinded or like
Yep.
blocked with the vision by the water, like distracting it on the face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
wish to try and
idea.
disorient the
Yeah.
wolf.
So that the ones that are stabby and smashy can come
Yeah.
in and stabby and smash.
Okay.
Do I smash the water bubble though?
That will be a bond roll because you're trying to affect the creature.
Yeah, with the power of the ocean.
Yep.
Cool. That is 12 total.
12. It has a 6. That's a difference of more than 6. So the target is wait. It had a -3, so that's a difference of 9. The target, so the wolf has its, not only is its head ringing, but now it's struggling for breath, and it is struggling with vision. It does take a little bit more damage, and it remains at it has a game changer upon it now, so that's a -3, as it's now very vulnerable and not just dazed.
Just holding it in place while others are going, go, 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 go.
Okay. Can Magnus do like a sidewinder with the hammer just around into the water bubble just to and burst
Yeah.
the wolf?
Absolutely.
It's hammer time, everybody. That is a 10.
A 10. I better roll to avoid that.
Good not.
That is 11, but -3 is going to make it a 8. And you got a
It's a
10, did you say?
10.
10.
Yeah.
So 2 difference. That is 1 more limit damage, and this wolf only has 3, and it has taken all. As you crack this wolf in the water bubble, the water discolors, and the wolf
We're doing
stops.
doing lethal or non-lethal, just knocking it out, or actually trying to kill it.
Oh. Magnus always tries to do lethal damage unless he gets told otherwise.
Sorry,
I'll
Will.
be honest.
Yeah,
It attacked us.
it did. It did.
Putting it down.
Absolutely. It's getting. It's gonna give a very low rating on Yelp as it does.
Hey.
Yeah, the meal was aggressive and made me feel dead.
Is this one of the ones where the owner replies though, like, "You've never been here. Fight me, you coward."
Yeah. Come here and buy my cheese sticks. Say that to my face. I don't know.
Yeah.
With the wolf dealt with, you find the woods awfully silent again. There's just the occasional creaking of the branches, the wind blowing, but there is little sound of other wildlife. Either there's not much here, or it's like this wolf stalking you. And as you continue,
Okay, we'll select it. Sense for little Jim. Try and get some senses if we can hear any scent or sight of little Jim.
yeah, okay. Make a senses roll.
Kind of like just sit down and like just meditate. Just the senses go.
Yeah. Let your
See if we can get
mind drift on the
something.
breeze.
That dice went down to the ground. So let's see for another one.
To
Oh,
the
this one rolled better. The 13 total.
A 13 total.
Yes.
You reach out using your affinity with foxes to survey the area. You can hear their chatter in a wide circle around this area. You start to piece together a picture of the shape of this wood, and you can see that there is a void where the foxes avoid the forest. And you assume that near the center of this void is the cause. And as you direct the party,
Or relay this back to the group.
yeah,
Relay this back to the group and the direction we need to be going.
you head towards this direction that you sense, this place where it is most likely that the trauma that is affecting this woods is coming from. And you come across a large gnarled cluster of bark that's throbbing a sickly green colour. It's high up in the air. It's being suspended by a net of vines and 4 thick roots shooting up out of the forest floor. It's kind of like a tarp almost, suspended up in the air with this big gnarly bark egg. It's just throbbing and glowing a sickly colour.
That doesn't look healthy.
Is this what people mean when they say heart of the forest?
But I get the, like, you've described it as being sickly. Can I use, like, my cleansing heals to kind of sense, like, is this poisoning or part of the reason why things are going weird in the forest and the attacks have been happening?
Make a make it a bond check.
With my cleansing heals, so it's kind of...
Yeah, you're reaching out trying to do triage on the tree.
Yep, that's a 9 plus 3 plus 2, so that's 14.
You reach out to this this glowing orb, and you feel a malevolence push you back against you.
Not a friend. Not a friend at all.
Then it must be a foe.
Hammer time?
Think it might be hammer time.
Then fire time afterwards, and probably will need to be burnt.
It'll be hammer time, but will it be hammer time next time? Looking at the time.
Yes. I'm aware of the
Oh
time.
yes, is it?
It is. It's just
Yeah. Is
it a
coming
good-
up on
good
I
one.
knew you would be.
Yes.
A little cliffhanger before the fire.
And this is where we'll leave it.
Aw.
Yeah, no,
I know.
I was hoping to get through this, but that's okay. There's going to be a little bit of a delay before we come back, if we're able to get everyone back. I know some of us are busy next weekend, whether we can find time.
Moving.
Yeah. If we can find time after that, that would be great. If it's, hopefully it'll be a Saturday again, if you're all available to come back and see what hazard is in there. If
As long as I know in
after,
advance, yep.
yeah, if we can't find the time, if people just get too busy after moving or other things pop up, we will look at what we can do about that. So I do want to find out what happens next.
Oh, I do too. I got plans. We got to figure out what this is.
Yes, absolutely. So
I gotta get my rope back.
fantastic. Next week, I might see if I can find some randoms to come and play D12GO and just play the same way I first played it, which is just roll. Well, no, not the same way I first played it. The first time I played D12GO was a structured mission. The rulebook gives you random tables, and you can just improv a game off the cuff, and that might be a fun thing to do next week as a bit of a fill-in. Otherwise, we'll find something to do. I should probably try and at least make Saturday mornings regular because it's fun, and I like playing role-playing games. And
I do too.
hey, let's say goodbye to everyone as
so
we
fun.
finish up. Oh, we're going to say
Goodbye
goodbye
from
to
the
you
past.
rather than yeah. So thank you very much, my wonderful players, for joining in and giving me a really fun morning / first part of the afternoon. It's been an absolute blast. I love playing with you all. You're fucking wild, and if anyone has to earn the Chaos Crow for this year, it's gonna be y'all who join me
Yay.
and play D12GO,
Hey.
the Chaos game. It's fantastic. Yeah, thank you very much. Anyone
Thank you.
got anything they want to shout out that they're up to in the next time before we go? Severin, have you got any things coming up aside from moving?
Nah. Yeah,
No?
aside from moving and the Fate of Eisen podcast, which I'm sure
Yes.
everyone listens to.
Yeah, you should.
Uh,
It's fun.
Check us out on the socials to see when we are live, which is every second Wednesday. So not be this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, I believe.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
That's correct.
locked in, ready to go.
Yeah,
And other
We
than
had-
that, Severin Goley, comedy person on Facebook.
yeah,
Give me a follow. That's where I put gigs that I'm in.
fantastic.
Amy.
We have Pathfinder.
We
this Monday.
do.
Yeah. Same Sarah and I are both in a Pathfinder actual play over on YouTube, run by now Dicey Holt. Much easier to spell than Incredibus Holt. So
Absolutely.
Dicey Holt is our GM. It's also with Purdy, who was in the zombie one shot, and the lovely Ange. Hopefully, I'm feeling
Angel
better
on
for
again.
that. Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
Ange is fantastic. Other than that, I'm battling illness. I'm trying to keep up with all my streams and stuff, but honestly, right now, I'm so unwell. So
Yeah, take
just
your time.
keep an eye out on my socials,
Look
because
after
at the
yourself.
moment, I'm having to skip a lot while I try and focus on.
Take your time and
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah,
Exactly.
self-care is
Absolutely.
sexy. Do that.
Yeah.
It's important.
I've been battling it
Yeah.
for a month at this
Yeah.
stage, and I'm frickin' over it.
Ooh,
Hey.
I can imagine.
How about you, Kevin? Anything fun happening? Still looking for a place in Oregon?
Since I'm in the past, also I have my weekend coming up,
Oh,
Which is
absolutely.
lovely.
That's fantastic. It's
which is no plan except for gaming
Sound rainy
plans
so far.
or
but it started well.
farmers market on Saturday morning. Still looking for a place in Oregon as I figure out the rest of my registration for classes. So
Nice. And how you doing, Lyndon? Had a good morning?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic.
Not much to promote.
It's nice to have a bit of quiet time. I, of course, Pathfinder. I don't think I'm going to make Wednesday stream this week. I think something's cropped up that I need to do because it's one of those. It only happens one time, and it should be done. But I will be around doing other things. I really need to play some more Tears of the Kingdom, so I might be back on later. I don't know. But one thing I do want to shout out this weekend, the wonderful Violacious is running a charity stream over on her channel. It is raising money. I don't know the name of the organisation that it's for because it's a lot to remember, but it is for transgender legal support in America. Violacious is my favourite streamer. It's always such a wonderful time. Such a lovely person. They're going to be doing drag for the first time on stream. There may be some cooking going on. There may be some
Transgender
stories
Law
being read.
Centre.
Transgender Law Centre, yeah.
Yeah, so it's supporting people with legal costs relating to the transgender. There's also a couple of really important discussions going to be taking place and some really important guest people coming on. It's going to be an amazing 12 hours of fundraising. Vi's already almost hit her goal, and she hasn't even started the fundraiser officially yet. So it's really a wonderful cause with a wonderful streamer that we both highly rate. So if you're around, even just for an hour, you want to pop in, come hang out.
That is so she should be on this afternoon, I think, building some new houses in the Sims.
Yeah,
think that
making
was the
drag
plan.
queens
Yeah,
in
making
the
drag
Sims.
queens
It's a
in the
whole
Sims.
Pride weekend.
Yes,
it's a whole Pride
absolutely.
theme weekend.
And then the stream starts tomorrow. I think it actually starts at 5 a.m. for us.
Yes, it does.
Which is great because I'll be able to start off the stream whilst watching it. If I can, I don't know what the time. Kevin, you're really close, and I know you're in the same time zone. We started at 10 a.m. That was 3 o'clock for you.
yes, so if they're on the Pacific, on the Pacific
Yep.
Coast or Pacific time. Yeah, your start time of 10 a.m. On Saturday is 3 p.m. for Friday for me.
Okay,
So
it'll
our
be
5 a.m. Sunday games,
It'll-
when do they normally start?
that'll be 10
Oh,
a.m.
we normally 10 a.m.
Yeah.
10 a.m. on Saturday for me on
So-
Pacific time on the
Yeah.
Pacific
So-
Coast.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Pacific West Coast. That's when it's starting there. 5 a.m. New Zealand time. You figure out the difference in between because I'm not in those places and don't know the time differences. But yeah, hit the heart, go follow, join in the fun, and if you can, donate a little bit to the cause because it's a good cause. It's a pretty
Very
hard time
large
over
issue
there.
going on in our country, so yes,
Yeah,
watch, learn, and support.
Absolutely. I'll be there as much as I possibly can be, so you can always hang out and chat, but I know you'll have a good time. That's all that we got for now. Thank you very much. There'll be more later on. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us, and see you later. I'm going to look over here.
Everybody.
Get ready to end the stream. Yeah.
You
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, you'll come back. See you later. Bye.
bye.
Bye.